Oh, well, we are live. We are live. Hello, hello. Haiti Biz News. I haven't done this intro in a while. Haiti Biz News. Man, what was my old intro? even forgot it. How'd it go? Bringing you news that's going to keep you informed, engaged, and reacting in the most optimal way for your business investment and entrepreneurial activity. That's what the old intro was. Every Sunday, right? So as folks pile in, I want to wish everyone a good morning. If you're watching this after the fact, just remember you can always catch this show live, 11 a.m. ish, here live on every single stream possible. All the main ones: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, right? And of course, the idea of the show for folks who maybe just new is the fact that we try to talk about what's going on in Haiti in a very informed, very educated, very analytical manner. We keep the usual rabodage of Haitian, of what it usually means to talk about Haiti, somewhere else, and we keep it very above the board here. And then most importantly, we try to ensure that, folks who of all backgrounds can understand. This is why we do it in English. C'est pas qui m'baka parler créole là, mais c'est que il y a l'autre monde qui pas recevoir information qu'un côté. And so we decide to do it in this way. But of course, if we can, if you prefer write in the Creole, we can always read it and respond to you appropriately, right? So again, hello. As you guys can see, the energy level is back. Last week I was in a terrible shape. Last week I was, it was rough, and that was just what you saw on camera. Off camera, it was absolutely disgusting. But with the grace of God, we're here. We're still able to produce. So again, I want to appreciate those who wished me well. A lot of messages came through privately, directly, wishing me well, checking up on me. So I certainly appreciate the well wishes, and I'm here. I'm not 100%, but I'm 95, enough to raise the roof and give you that full show that you guys are used to receiving. So again, certainly welcome, right? And as I'm looking through my chats here, I'm seeing Amani, bonjour. I'm seeing Regina Barjon. Thank you. You're doing some great work as well, Regina. Appreciate you. And of course, William Cintil. Good to see you, man. Are you in Utah right now? Good to see you, William. Williamson Cintai is someone who Cintil, excuse me, is someone you guys want to go ahead and make sure you follow. He's doing some really interesting stuff, trying to motivate the next generation of Haitian youth. He has a fantastic mentorship program, and additionally, he's partnered with the Mormon Church out there, and is really building a center and doing some really impactful stuff. So make sure, if you don't know Williamson Cintil, during this or even after this, make sure you give him a follow. Williamson, I appreciate you. You're appreciated, right? So we have quite a bit to do today, right? And we're gonna get into it as usual. The YouTube see Genty on location. Those have paused. It's a bit of a pause right now because COVID and me being stuck on the other side of the Haitian border. Again, I'm looking forward to being able to hop back on a plane. First plane in. I'm telling you, first plane in. Assuming whatever they're requiring isn't too onerous, right? Because right now, technically, anyone can get back into Haiti. You just have to be able to pay 2 weeks worth of hotel nights in the country, and I think the hotels are 100 to 120 a night for 2 weeks. That's 14 days, right? In addition to your plane ticket, so you're looking at you do the math for me. Right, that's almost pushing around $2,000, and in addition to showing you have a negative COVID case. So wait, we're not even gonna get in there. So I'm just waiting for actually things to normalize, right? But for those who are looking for content, we transition to the podcast space. We have quite a few of just some really engaging podcasts thus far. I mean, listen, we've engaged those who are doing some great stuff in education. We've as always, we've interviewed a few people who are just blazing the path for. Actually, let me double check something. Let me make sure okay, that's good. Okay. I just wanted to double check, make sure that my audio was set up right. Who are blazing the path in business, of course, right? We want to check up and we connect with people who are doing stuff, who are not even Haitian. Got African American, Nation of Islam. We did an episode on. We had a Dominican, Miss Dominican Universe, Miss Dominican World. We had a podcast episode with. She's building homes and construction and doing a lot of fantastic work in Haiti as a Dominican. So again, if you haven't watched, listen to an episode of My Pimpo Haiti, the Haitian Diaspora Living in Haiti podcast. We got it. We're not using the COVID as an excuse not to be productive, not to do work, right? We're still at it. Okay. Back at it again, still at it. Right. So again, definitely make sure, again, if you're already subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you're already subscribed to the Facebook page, you should be already getting them. But of course, you can Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're on everything. No excuses. We're on everything. Okay. So some news though. So the Haiti Biz website. I don't know if folks have been checking up or going, but the Haiti Biz website is down. And it's not on us. I have a full-time web developer. If everything goes down, it's not on us. Apparently, the web hosting company I was using, they've gotten hacked, and they've deleted everything on those servers and their backup servers. And my website, Haiti Biz News, was on those servers, and so when I went to do what I usually do the day before to go through my site and see the active news stories related to business to talk about, I come to find out I saw the site was down. I messaged them, and they tell me that yeah, I'm sorry, we had a low security measures, and we've changed our security measures now, but fortunately your website's gone. Nothing we can do. We'll give you 1 free month though for your inconvenience. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What is 1 free month? You just deleted my website. You allowed my website to be deleted, right? Lucky for me, this is a web commerce website. Isn't something necessarily I've built, put a lot of money into, which I did spend a lot of time and resources to really get it just right, which is really frustrating, right? But where I'm standing right now, even though I could very easily rebuild the website, I'm of the mindset right now, actually, just to let it go, and instead, do what I usually was doing before and going directly to the sites as well. And I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be honest with you. The site has been up for a while now, right? Going on maybe a year and a half or so. And I'll be honest, I've never received a message from anyone saying, "Hey, man, use the website. It's very helpful." I'll be honest with you. So given that I didn't really see the necessary, traffic and everything, I'm like, you know what? I guess I'll probably just leave the Haiti Biz website where it is in the graveyard for now, and just leave the Haiti Biz series as what we're doing right now, which is informing folks, and leave it there. So I don't know if I get enough folks, letting me know they really were using the site and really want it back. I suppose I'll get back to it. But just in case anyone actually tries to use the site and sees it down, understand it's not me. The company got hacked, deleted everything, and it's just on me. I haven't been convinced yet that I need to re-engage my resources to get it back on someplace new. Right. So just a quick update on that. Right. So I guess there won't be no banner on the bottom anymore. Right. And of course, share the stream. Right. We're going to have a very engaging, stimulating conversation. So wherever you're at right now, you can share it. If you're on IG, you can share it across folks who you think might be interested in this conversation. If you're on Facebook, share it. There's a lot of, Haitians in Florida, and Haitians in Tampa, and Haitians in New York, and a bunch of different groups. Do me a favor, share it, right? If you guys come in, you appreciate what we're talking about every Sunday, let's bring in some more folks to drive that conversation, get that ROI, return on information, higher, because Haiti only changes when we have more informed folks who can analyze and review and look at what's going on in the country rationally and honestly, a bit hopefully, a bit optimistically, right? Because it's real easy to get down into the minutia of what you're getting through your general sources. So again, share it. If you're on YouTube, same thing. Share it on your WhatsApp. Share it across folks who would appreciate. You have at least 1 or 2 people who would find our conversations stimulating. So make sure to go ahead and share that. Right. So lots to talk about, but let's go ahead and say what's up. We got a lot of folks coming into the IG. We got Eric Moliano, my Panamanian friend. Good to see you, brother, in here. We got Melinda June. What's up? Good to see you. We got Yusleen V doing some really great work with Impact Hub. I see you, Yusleen. Good to have you in here, right? On IG and on YouTube. Let's take a look. We got Jamaica Green saying what's up. I was in the process of starting my furniture surplus business from my home in Pitchenville before the coronavirus happened. I haven't been able to go back to Haiti from Texas since I left. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's a business that can potentially do well, and folks do it in a lot of different places. So for sure, I definitely hope you can pick that back up, Jamaica, when you are able to get back in the country. All right. Williston follows up, says he is in Utah. We'll be in Haiti soon. Good stuff. No, bro. Thank you. All right. Got Shimina, Shine Emil, excuse him. Definitely appreciate it. Bounce Bougie. We're doing it. We're good. Jamaica says they're allowing Americans to fly into Haiti, but they're required. Yeah, not just that. As I mentioned, you have to basically be able to book 2 weeks and at some very expensive hotels near the airport. So nobody has $2,500 in 2 weeks to kind of burn, right? Even though other countries have similar requirements, like for example, Hong Kong would have you stay in a hotel, but guess what? They pay for it. You're not paying for it. The Hong Kong government pays for it, right? Peterson Theodore, can you create a trust in Haiti? You can create the next best thing, which is a holding company that holds different assets, right? Because a lot of these bigger companies in Haiti, they're held in, for example, the Jibo Group, or another one's Kanzi Group, right? And there's a lot of these groups, right? And so that's the nearest thing. But a trust in what you're referring to, I don't think so. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Where was I? I think I scrolled down too far. Okay, there we go. Nate, good to see you, man. Good to see you, brother. Happy to have you. WAP Mini, always a pleasure to have you, Matt WAP. I always appreciate your comments. I do read them all. Thank you for being probably my most consistent feedbacker on the YouTube video. So I do appreciate it, WAP, and keep them coming. They're definitely value added. So thank you. Food for thought. What's up? Good to have you. And of course, as always, those who are watching this live, all comments are read on air. Whether I like it or not. Right? So welcome, everyone. Got a very good show ahead of us here, right? Let's go ahead and get. All right. So what are we going to be talking about today? Right. So, of course, we got to talk. We're in week 8 of COVID. We're going to give updates around COVID, right? In particular, some particularities, the PPE equipment, some deliveries have been made. Deportations continue. We're going to be talking about that. Private donors. We have private donors in Haiti doing some important contributions to the environment, the relief effort in Haiti. So we'll be talking about that. NGO and public donors also have continued to pour money down the gillet of the Haitian government, right? So we're going to talk about the most recent ones. Coulthard Motors, something we've got to talk about. We've got to talk about this company that's doing some really good stuff. Again, automotive company in Haiti. Can you believe it? Automotive company in Haiti. Can we say that again? Automotive manufacturer made in Haiti. Right, we're going to talk about Coulthard Motors soon. Electronic payments on the rise, right? Moncash has been on the uptick since COVID. That's pretty good. We have folks not exchanging money, so we're going to talk about that. And then finally, we're going to finish a story off with the proliferation of gas stations. Aibobo Post came out with a very interesting expose that I really need to talk about, right? So that's the news reel, what we're going to be talking about today. And so again, very action packed set. And remember, guys, share the stream, share it, right? And before I get started, let me just say what's up to a few more commenters. We got Rose Rocheval. Hello. Good to see you. First time I'm seeing you here, Rose. Hope to see you again. Ernest Nichols. What's good, man? Good to see you. Hello. And we have Stefan Larson. good to see you on the live. It was great talking to you yesterday. Right, good to see you, man. We got Peterson Theodore. Are the travel bans over? No, it's not a travel ban. It's literally the airports are closed for everybody. But yeah, but they're still ongoing in Haiti. We got Regina Barjon saying Dr. King has 100,000 bottle sales. Mark, that is what's up. Regina, by the way, is the lead rep for a conglomerate of companies that are producing in Haiti hand sanitizing gel, right, and selling them not only in Haiti but also shipping them to America. So some really interesting stuff Regina has going on. So that's, whenever we can talk about local national production, that's always a positive, always a plus. Regina, keep it going. We got Gardens Pierre. Sak pase nou la men, ou konen pose sou blok glace, ou konen men. Bagay yon pou fe. Nou fe effort, nou chache la vie, comme you di. Right? James Lubin, what is up? Good to see you. Good morning. Right? So let's talk about it. COVID. Where are we? Haiti has seen some growth. Unfortunately, in cases, just maybe a couple of days ago, maybe last week or a week before last week, we're seeing maybe every day about 7, 5, 6 cases. As of last week, we're seeing, starting to see 20, 17. Now we're approaching 40. We're getting 40 cases a day, right? So that exponential growth has started, what we feared. When you look on the graph of the curve, that thing is starting to spike up. And that's what we always see with this pandemic all across. For a while, you see these low numbers and then you just, boom, it just spikes, right? And unfortunately, I think we're starting to hit that gas button and we're starting to really increase. And again, as we know, Haiti is not prepared at all for this. Even the countries that are prepared, that have ICUs, that have ventilators, that have all these advanced technology, right? They're struggling, right? And so I can't tell you when this thing really starts hitting Haiti, where it's going to be and how much devastation we're going to see. And we're really starting to see a ramp up in cases, especially not helped by the fact that we've had so many Haitians come back from the Dominican Republic. So I think in April, some sources have said that we've had as much as 20,000 Haitians come back a week since the start of the COVID and the DR, Dominican Republic, shutting down officially, formally, at least from the Haitian government. We've seen a number around 25,000 Haitians who've come back, and so that's problematic. Looking at the DR numbers, currently DR is at 7,758 active cases. With 424 deaths and 355 healed. Haiti has 310 cases, 20 deaths, 19 healed. That's where we're at right now. And again, it gives me an unease in my stomach right now to see these numbers, and honestly knowing that we're only getting started. Like honestly, I think a month from now we're going to be talking figures that are very, very bad, right? Mark my words, and I hate for my words to be marked in this manner, but it's going to get really bad. And so I think the question is how quickly can we respond as Haitians, and what can we do to help support? And that's what we got to start thinking about. Honestly, we got to start thinking about that, folks who are watching. What can we do in the diaspora to start helping and thinking about the response that potentially may be on par with the level of destruction and death as the 2010 earthquake. I'm not exaggerating here, guys. I suspect it's going to get that bad. So we really got to start thinking about that and start thinking how we can respond in that same manner, but respond differently to avoid the same level of corruption and ineptitude doesn't happen twice, right? Fool me once, shame on me, or shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? Let's not shame ourselves and make sure this next response is going to be a lot better and much more concentrated to avoid the putrid, horrible entity called the Haitian government to not get its tentacles into the efforts of helping the people, right? So that's that piece of news, right? And of course, and that's the reports are coming in that there's been even more COVID deaths that aren't even being reported, right? We had the St. Luc de Tabar Hospital unofficially report to media sources that there were 11 deaths that happened over the past week, that they have been unable to communicate with the Minister of Public Health in Haiti to report, and no one's been at the hospital to do any verification or validation to add those numbers to the national count, right? One of the biggest criticism I've heard thus far of the Minister of Public Health is they're pretty impossible to reach. Like, the only way to maybe get an ear out is to go to the media and complain about how hard it is to reach them, and then somehow magically they find your number, right? And so I think this might be the case here with these cases. So again, we already know there's a massive under testing that's going on in Haiti, and certainly under reportage that's going on in Haiti as it relates to COVID, right? So it's tough, right? So we'll leave it there. I think this is news that we all know, and we don't need to hammer home, but we just, again, as I mentioned, we have to start thinking about what can we do in the Haitian diaspora to help fortify and get and contribute to the response effort in the country. We have a lot of folks coming in on IG. I say, what's up, folks? We have a voyage en local, li di mwen, ou te ka épanje CGA yo pou jodi a entrepris. I don't know, what are you saying? Ou te ka épanje CGA yo pou jodi a entrepris. I don't, that word impingel, I don't know if your spell checker messed up that word, but that's not. Ça pas un créole, messieurs ou madame. Excusez-moi, ma connais. Melinda June says, how is Haiti handling the situation? We're going to be talking about that. I think we already started to, right? Monsieur Ampil. Yeah, voyage. You're going to have to holler at me. Let me know what you're. Yeah, for real. I don't know what that word is. Épingel. I'll look out for your response there, right? Let's see. Gardens Pierre. All right. Coulthard Motors. Yep. All right. Gentil Jean-Claude, Pops, good to see you on the live. All right. Respect. All right. So let's keep it moving. So in terms of COVID, we've had some important progressions, right? I just loaded you up with some pessimism, but optimistically, there's been arrival of May 15th marks an important amount of arrival of PPE equipment. 95% of what the Haitian government has ordered has come in, right? And thus far, on the May 15th arrival, they received 147,000 PPE gowns. They've had 150,000 overgowns as well. 2.5 million medical gloves, 100 vital sign monitors, which is good. And this adds to 50,000 overcoats that they received, in addition to 100,000 overshoes they received, in addition to 10 biochemical analyzers and 500 infusion pumps, 522 beds, right? And I think in the coming week they're supposed to have, and they also had, I don't see me, I didn't write it down, but they also did receive quite a bit of oxygen makers and oxygen tanks in the realm of a few hundred of those, which is important. Like, the biggest complaint I've read about and seen has been related to the difficulty, the fact that there's been a lack of oxygen. Because one of the biggest things when folks come into the hospital complaining about what is COVID? COVID is a attack of the lungs, right? The virus and kills people through the lungs. They're complaining they can't breathe, right? And getting pure oxygen helps tremendously, right? And so that's probably one of the biggest complaints, and getting that to hospitals is probably one of them, after the COVID tests, probably the most important thing you can do right now. And they've received quite a bit of that as well. And so I can tell you thus far, the overall response of the Haitian government, I mean, listen, you got to give credit where the credit is due. You can talk, crap about, the fact that Haitian government has allowed the Haitian medical industry sector to be as bad as it is, right? But that's an argument we can certainly make. But the fact that we've seen they've responded relatively well in terms of getting product in. Now, the question is, how quickly are they getting these products that are flying in to the hands of hospitals across the country? That I don't know yet. Now, that is certainly something we're looking. I'm keeping a very close eye on from news sources to see how quickly they're getting them out of the airport to the hands of hospitals, right? But I think overall, we can say that how quickly they've responded, how aggressively they responded in terms of closing the ports, and at least the airports anyways, even though we know the border between DR is porous and never been well regulated. And folks have just been coming in by the drones. But overall, we can say that we've, I've been thoroughly, I have not been unimpressed. That's the best thing I can say, right? When it comes to the Haitian government, I have not been unimpressed. Okay. Right. I hope I got the right amount of knots in there. Right. So that's where we're going to stop there. Let me take a look and see what folks are saying here. We got Philly Dom. Philly Dom, how you doing, brother? I know you reached out to me privately. I see you're doing some really interesting stuff on YouTube. I reached out back to you. So make sure you check out your DMs on Instagram anyways. And let's continue the conversation. All right. Ernest Nichols. Let's see. Oh, it says the airports are closed, brother. Simple as that. Until the airports reopen up, I'm here, right? And as folks who know, I had a trip planned to America 2 months before all this happened. I booked my plane ticket back in January to see my family and folks here in March, and then literally 2 days before I was supposed to fly back, boom, stuck. Boom. Airports shut down. And so again, folks, to be clear, once the airports are open, okay, right? So Hans Jean says, I know we're talking about COVID, but does anyone know if DHL Express includes custom fees when you are sending something to Haiti from Alabama? I know what, that's a great question. They probably do, right? They probably, depending on what you're shipping in, they probably most likely have to. But I mean, Hans, call DHL yourself, right? I'm sorry, from Alibaba. Yeah, most likely they do. Most likely they do. I mean, they have to, right? They have to pay what they have to pay legally. So most likely they have to, Hans. I'd be surprised if they didn't, right? All right. All right, we got some folks giving some Philly Dom some love. Lots of Philly Dom love coming through. That's good. That's good. Daniel Dodard, do you foresee Haiti opening in July? Here's the thing. When it comes to when Haiti's opening up, here's the thing. Even though I would hope, because they've been talking about basically when Dominican Republic opens up, I do suspect that Haiti will open up very quickly. But unfortunately, it's so hard to predict anything because, again, we're seeing an increase in the amount of COVID cases in Haiti. They're on a very sharp and strong uptick right now. And I don't see Haiti opening their ports at the same time they're experiencing a huge upsurge of COVID cases. They would have to start seeing a decrease. And we're not seeing that. We're currently seeing an exponential increase right now. And we have to see an exponential, or at least a stabilization of the amount of COVID cases. And so honestly, I was optimistically hoping July, but I'm not optimistic anymore, given how quickly I've seen the escalation. And we'll see. But I don't see July. To answer your question, Daniel, I don't see July being it. All right, Philly, thanks, man. Yeah, take a look at your IG, man. No problem. Hans Jean did call, but they're closed. Yeah. This is Haiti. Philly. Oh, lots of Philly love. Philly Dom love in the chat. It seems Philly Dom is pretty popular. All right. We got Stephen Pierre, as Dr. Fawcett says, the disease takes time, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Lots of Philly Dom love. Love it. Can we ship PPE to Haiti by the end of the year? Can we ship PPE to Haiti. I mean, the only thing stopping PPE delivery in mass happening, to be quite honest with you, is the American government. I know the American government has put some heavy restrictions on the amount of PPE that can leave their ports right now, and that's been to the chagrin of a lot of Caribbean nations. So, all right. So let's take a look at IG. What folks are saying. Okay, pin, excusez-moi. On est que là, c'est le deuxième langue, faut excusez-moi. Langue ça, on va finalement écrit sur là pour la première fois. Excusez-moi, voyage local, but I don't know what I should pin. Oh, the topics. Oh, the title. Oh, yeah. Good point. I really should do that, right? Good idea, actually. Let me go and try that out. Let me go ahead and put in today's title, right? COVID in Haiti, week 8. Great idea, right? And then you got economic updates. All right, type that in there, economic updates. And then, of course, the story I look forward to talking about the most today is Coulthard Motors. Looking forward to talking about that, Coulthard Motors. All right, let's post that. Let's see, let's try to get that pinned. There we go. Boom. Thank you, Voyage. I got to start doing that more often. That's great. Certainly appreciate it. Thank you. All right. And who else? What we got else going on here? We got our Haitians in Haiti taking proper precautions. Are they wearing masks, staying inside? For the most part, no. That's a short answer. No. Right. That's a short answer. We've talked about how it's difficult to stay indoors in Haiti because, again, if you don't go out and you don't, a lot of Haitians, as you know, live hand to mouth, right? If they don't sell that day, they don't eat that day. You know, they don't make enough money to buy food to eat that day, right? And it's hard to tell folks to stay home at the same time. You know, you if you don't, and of course, the Haitian government doesn't, unlike us here in different developed countries, we are getting financial support from the government. Haitian government has provided at most 3,000 good to, and thus far the delivery has only been to people who have one cash, and that's only been about estimated to be somewhere around 1.6 million folks in Haiti. So what about the remaining 8 million, right? So it's, and even those who get it, 3,000 good, that's maybe a week, right? Maybe in terms of what it can buy you as a Haitian. So again, it's not really comparable, right? And it's hard to advise some folks to stay in. But most importantly, though, at very least, we should be seeing some protection being done for folks who are out. And though the Haitian government has started to distribute masks for free to people, we haven't. They've only thus far released somewhere in the ballpark of 10,000 or so masks, and so there's still a lot of masks remaining to be distributed, right, across the population. And a lot of folks have not received masks from the Haitian government, right? So that's certainly a problem, certainly something that needs to be worked on. Great questions, though. Appreciate it. Definitely keep them coming, right? So let's talk about the next big COVID aspect, which is deportations, right? We've had deportations continue, right? We've had thus far past week 50 Haitians deported back to Haiti. There's still a lot of legislation being pushed. Ms. Frederica Wilson is trying to get a bill out on the Senate floor to be passed that would stop deportations right now, especially the countries like Haiti, where again, the medical capacity is nil, and to deport folks in this current crisis, it is certainly a humanitarian rights issue. And so she's trying to get that stopped, and certainly it's understood by many Congress people and representatives that is a problem that needs to be engaged. However, the Homeland Security, meanwhile, is aggressively still deporting weekly. And we've had almost 200 to 300 people deported over the past few weeks, and the Haitian government continues to accept them, continue to allow them to come in. Very problematic, right? Very problematic, to say the least. Right. We've had Carnival Cruise Lines. It's not a deportation per se, but Carnival Cruise Lines repatriated 100 Haitians who were working for them. Royal Caribbean has been sending back a lot of their crew, and their crew have some in the tens of thousands of crew members who work for Royal, and they've been sending them back to their country. A lot of Philippines and Indians, etc. And they've been sending them back. And 101 were repatriated back in Labadie port. So they were met with some representatives from the Minister of Public Health. Tests were produced to test their temperatures, and they are requested to self-quarantine themselves for the 14 days while they're back. So that's important to know. We've had the DR, again, as we mentioned, in total somewhere for formerly 23,000 for the month of April, though, again, we have some sources like the International Migration Organization that has estimates of closer to 20,000 per week have been coming back into Haiti. But most importantly, finally, we've had mobile hospitals set up, right? Mobile hospitals set up. The first one being set up on the border of Belidere, and it's basically a big old tent that their folks are able to do some screening. Doctors are able to do some screening and potentially even start to quarantine folks there. There's talks that on every major border there's supposed to be these mobile hospitals to be able to start screening these folks that have thus far gone weeks and not have been screened or seen by anyone. But still, even in that case scenario, when we do have mobile hospitals set up in the major border points, there's still going to be a major situation, a major issue related to getting folks who are passing through the informal borders screened and checked. Where, to be quite honest, the majority of folks coming into Haiti, they're coming to Haiti through these informal places, right? So that's really, what we have to think about is how do we get screening and proper border control? Even after this, how do we get proper border control, right? That's really important, right? So, but that's still great news. And it finally only took almost a month and a half for the Haitian government to finally, flex and actually respond to this crisis on the border. And what they'll be doing there, again, they'll be doing health and screening, right? And they also have rapid COVID testing that's going to be done. In addition, they're supposed to be distributing masks to allow these people who are coming through the border, right? So again, happy to see progress, even if it's late progress. We're happy to see progress in all its forms, right? So I'll take what I get from the Haitian government. Unfortunately, that's what we're all stuck with. We're stuck with this putrid Haitian government, and we'll take what we can get in terms of progressiveness from them, right? So that's where I want to pause right there and see what folks are saying. Looking through IG, a lot of folks coming in on IG. I want to say what's up. Good to see you guys today. And of course, we have streams going on all across. Whatever you want to type, we will read them live on air, right? Bounce Boogie was planning to attend Sumfest. Oh man, Sumfest! I'm telling you, this season of CGNT on location was going to be some of my best content yet. We had so many great on location places we're going to look at, so many great businesses and factories we're going to highlight. In addition to Sumfest was on my hit list of places. For those who don't know, Sumfest is basically a festival of music, probably one of our more premier festivals that happens on the resort. What resort is that? Help me out here, guys. What resort is that? It's one of my favorite resorts, in fact. Actually, the food is the best. They have the best food on all of Akari, Côte d'Azur. Man, help me out here. So somebody's going to drop the name. But in any case, unfortunately, because of COVID, that's been canceled. But we'll look out next year. Next year's another year, God willing, and hopefully we can go to some fest and highlight that bad boy. Wahoo Bay. Thank you, Handel. Wahoo Bay Beach. That's right. For those looking to have a very good time, Wahoo Bay Beach is one of my more favorite establishments for a weekend getaway and just to even come in the country, right? Wahoo Bay Beach, right? We have Marvin Walcott. How do we think COVID-19 will affect investing? It's been down, right? I think how can you invest? How can you invest if the people who could invest are themselves struggling in their home countries, right? We have the diaspora we're already seen a 20% decrease in remittances, right? I mean, the Central Bank of Haiti has reported already a 20% decrease in remittances. So, I think it goes without saying that already Haiti was facing a very tough economic situation because of pays loc, and then immediately because of the level 4 travel advisory, and then immediately now because of COVID, what COVID is doing around the world, not just in Haiti yet, but around the world, and the fact that so many Haitian diaspora have been affected by losing their jobs. So many of the diaspora work in what's been affected, restaurants, right? In particular, tourism. Heck, I know folks who are taxi drivers, right? And they've been affected, right? And so it's tough, it's difficult, so investment is down. So that's the short answer, right? Right. We have a couple folks answering me there. Stephen Pierre says it's extremely easy to send remittances via cryptocurrency. I guess, right? I don't know how many folks on the other side of Haiti have a cryptocurrency app to take out, and I'm not aware of any Haitian financial institution that is connected to any cryptocurrency app. So I'll be honest with you. I hear a lot of folks talk about, cryptocurrency would be great for Haiti, but when we realize that, most Haitians, 90% of Haitians pay just enough data for that day, right? There's a big disconnect in terms of the potentiality of cryptocurrency and what's on paper, and the reality of how 90% of Haitians actually function. Right. I think most folks who talk about cryptocurrency and its potential, I'm not no shot against you, but I think those who are really advocating for cryptocurrency really need to spend an extended period of time in Haiti to understand how Haitians use their phones and how little indisposable income most Haitians have, and then structure your argument for cryptocurrency facing that reality. Because I think too many folks focus that discussion of cryptocurrency on what's on paper and not the reality, right? So let's keep going. We got private donors, right? Private donors. Soji Bank has provided 20 million good. That's $190,000 to four, and so half of that is going to 4 local hospitals, and another half has gone to making sure that they can provide masks, up to 100,000 masks across their retail locations. As you know, Soji Bank has Soji Bank, has Soji Express, has Soji Local, Soji Solar, a lot of different retail locations all across the country. And so currently anyone can come in and be able to get masks and for free, by the way, which is really fantastic. So again, wherever I see local institutions, local companies stepping up and contributing to the efforts, I give them hats off, because honestly, that's what we need. We need solidarité. Nous besoin de l'union fait la force to be able to properly respond, and hopefully, just maybe, this solidarity will continue onwards even after this is over. I'm not holding my breath, but that could be a very nice offshoot to this crisis, right? As we always hope. We always hope, at the very least, that these very difficult things Haiti goes through can somehow give positivity. And that's naivety on our part. A lot of us who's been in Haiti and experienced what Haiti is, particularly in terms of its government, right? It's certainly a degree of naivety each round, but certainly maybe this time will be different. We'll see, right? And before I go into the public donors and that discussion, let's take a look and see what folks are saying. We have Voyage en Local says, is there any hope thanks to the goods Haiti sells around the world, like Vita oil, Clairin, and more? So vetiver oil remains one of Haiti's top exports. I believe Haiti is probably one of the 1 or 2 top places in the world for the perfume makers and other chemical companies to get vetiver. I think after India probably, and so that remains a very strong positive export, right? And it certainly can be more. We hope it can be more as time goes on, and that is certainly hopeful. The thing is, though, we need more entrepreneurs, more Haitians of the diaspora. I'm talking to you guys to think about that, to think how we can structure entities that aren't just, oh, I can buy some stuff here in America, I'm shipping to Haiti, or I can set up a business, from China, get some stuff in China, ship them to Haiti. Cool. Yeah, great. You'll make money, right? But are you really helping the country, right? So that's really up to the diaspora to really organize and get more imaginative with the businesses they decide to open, because too many of them come to Haiti, open up a restaurant, open a bar resto, they open up an Airbnb, right? Cool. That's cool, right? Great. Get your money, get started that way, right? But maybe your second business, maybe your third business, let's think about how we can, create dynamic entities that can take advantage of the world economy and really, it's not about being comfortable in Haiti, because I think diaspora, they focus too much on, let me set up a business and where I can be comfortable versus trying to set up a business that they can really excel and make just buku money, right? And of course, Haiti doesn't make it easy. Too many diaspora come in and do it the wrong way, right? So those are discussions we can have, and that's why my channel exists, to highlight folks who have done it, who have succeeded, who have been in Haiti for eons, and they provide their perspective. That's why we have the podcast. That's why we have on locations where I go to different businesses, and these folks talk about what they've done to be successful. Because you can hear all day, Haiti's difficult economy to do business. Haiti's difficult, this and that. We make 100 different excuses, but if you spend 30 minutes on my channel, 30 minutes, you go through my playlists, right? I have Haiti Biz Spotlights, Sights and Sounds, and you see the amount of businesses I've had the chance to highlight in just a little bit of time. I've been able to highlight, and I don't highlight full time either. Highlighting is just, the media I do is really a part-time affair outside of all the, my businesses that I run and me working as a digital nomad consultant. It goes to show you there's a lot of businesses who are somehow persevering, right? So there is a playbook of success that exists, right? All right. And so when I talk about these, setting up businesses that can endear and really be massive and really be export based, it's not some naive guy talking theories, right? It's a guy who lives in Haiti, who has businesses that are outward facing. I'm seeing the success personally, and then I'm showing you and having discussions and bringing other fantastic business leaders and innovators who are sharing their stories as well. So if I don't know how many times I can show you it's possible until you believe me, right? And at some point, enough folks will believe and act the right way in Haiti when they come and do their businesses, that there'll be enough change and the country will finally actually change, right? So Voyage Local, thank you for asking that question. And yes, the short answer to your question is yes. Rudy ZB Forever says we need to export things most important. Absolutely, around that exact same page. Let's scroll up on YouTube and see what folks are saying. We got Stephen Pierre still making the case for cryptocurrency. I don't want to necessarily go that way. Again, you're talking about Dominican Republic. Haiti is not Dominican Republic. On every statistical point, Haiti is not Dominican Republic. So I don't, that's not a valid anecdotal example analogy to bring in, right? I'm going to move past the cryptocurrency because I'll be short with it. I don't see that happening in Haiti anytime soon, right? There's too many fundamental issues with cryptocurrency that needs to be done before the cryptocurrency can get any foothold. I mean, for God's sakes, Haiti, we're not even using digital currency like Mon Cash yet. There's only, out of 11 million people in Haiti, the current usage rate is 1.6 million. That's it, right? And so, but now we're talking about something even more advanced than digital currency, right? And furthermore, there isn't a legal framework for cryptocurrency in Haiti. What does that mean? There's a reason why you can't, if you're in America or Canada, you can't put money directly into Moncash. Don't you think Digicel hasn't thought of it? Don't you think Digicel would love for you to be able to use Moncash instead of Western Union or Cam Transfer, right? They want to, they have the technology. They have it coded. All they have to do is press a button, and you and the diaspora can use Moncash and transfer money directly, through top-ups, to your family in Haiti. But they can't implement it because legally, only financial institutions designated as currency exchanges, like Western Unions, like Cam Transfers, like Unitransfer, are allowed to receive money and distribute it in the country. Period. Right? And they haven't been able to do it because of there has been legislation passed. Right? Okay, you follow me so far? Right? So again, the folks who talk most about cryptocurrency do not realize how far away Haiti is from having it being in place. And in effect, I understand the theoretical on paper, it's great, but it's just not realistically going to happen. And I need to make an episode on that. I need to add that as a new parler once I'm able to get back to my camera equipment in Haiti to, a genuine discussion and really break down statistically just why it's so very unlikely to happen. I don't see my usual notepad for a new parler. Let me jot that down here. So it has an idea to get into cryptocurrency. Why y'all need to chill with it. Right, cryptocurrency. All right, boom. We'll engage that and I'll new parler another day to really work on breaking that down. Right. Let's see. We got Timur Jimenez. Good to see you, Tim. I am feeling great. Thank you so much. Appreciate the well wishes. We got Fritz Javel, right? Same way I think we should look to fund projects like Coutard. Exactly. I certainly agree. We're going to be talking about Coutard very shortly. Kuya, what's up? Certainly, I'm feeling better. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it. Marie-Paul Pierre-Louis, nous là, oui, en forme, oui, santé. Bon, début bon dia avec. That's how business. What is that going on? That's happy. Richard Couillard, right? Okay, yep, it's providing that additional perspective, right? All right, Stephen Pierre. Don't prove me wrong on paper, Stephen. Start a cryptocurrency business and get folks to engage. Prove me wrong that way. Prove me wrong by being massively successful to the point where I have to invite you on one of my media programs so you can talk about it. Prove me wrong that way. Just let's not talk theory. Anybody can talk theory. Show me through action, right? After the fact, right? All right. So let's keep going. So in terms of donors, we have public donors. World Bank, 9.5 million to Haiti agriculture. World Bank has donated $9.5 million US to Haiti agriculture to assist food security. We're looking at 21,000 farmers in the Nipez South Department to purchase seeds, fertilizer, plow land, right, and land preparation. So that's fantastic. They're working with the Minister of Agriculture. Another big one is, well, sorry, working the FA, wait, where am I getting my notes right? Distribution of inputs, or actually there's another program by the FAUN. I don't have the dollar. Interesting, they put the dollar value in there, but they're looking to distribute 134 tons of cereal seeds, rice and maize, legume, 7.9 million cut sweet potato and cassava, so folks can plant sweet potato and cassava, and that's looking to affect about 9,900 families, and it's equivalent to about 50,000 people in the Northeast, Northwest, Nipez, Gandas, right, to be supported. And that's the FAAU-UN, right? Surprised I didn't put the dollar value in there. I'm surprised. I have to go back and take a look at the exact dollar value. But as you can imagine, as you can hear, when you're talking about 134,000 tons of cereal seeds, rice, mayo, legume, right? That's the sebati bagay piti. Sebati bagay piti, right? Actually, let me take a look at my notes here. I'll give you the dollar value right now, guys. I really am interested in myself to see what the dollar value was for that campaign. Let's take a look. I have it loading up right now. Let's take a look. All right. And while it's loading up, let's see what folks are saying. Is the wife moving to Haiti? Yes, she is. Working on that. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's no dollar value because my source didn't have a dollar value. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. So no dollar value. Interesting. So, but nonetheless, again, just to repeat the stats of what the UN through the FAU is donating to the Haitian government, or the farmers in particular. 134 tons of cereal seeds, rice and maize, legume seeds as well. 7.9 cuttings of sweet potato and cassave, and then we have 9,900 farm families looking to be supported. So that's, we have structural. I think one thing we've seen thus far, currently in the most recent round of support, both from the international community and also what the Haitian government has been doing, we're finally getting the necessary push towards agriculture that, it's always been happening in bursts. We're finally getting a very strong and sustained effort in agriculture, which is phenomenal. Okay, which is important, though arguably perhaps late. Right, hate to say it like that, right, but a bit late, right? Because for how long has Haiti been dependent on imports from everywhere, and since we have the Dominican Republic with closed ports, a lot of countries have also decided to focus more on internal domestic sustainability and production. It's certainly the rooster has come home to roost, and the fact that Haiti is so dependent on international imports, it's and we're facing, for folks who we talked about this, maybe not as much as we should. Haiti's looking at a famine where we have 40%. I'm saying again, 40% of Haitian's population is food insecure at the moment, right? Because of incredibly bad harvest seasons. We've had incredible droughts, and of course, pays loc has been exceptionally disastrous for the Haitian economy. And so, but at the very least, as looking for a ray of sunshine, we are seeing a much more effort by not only the international community to really fortify and help the situation with farmers, but more importantly, the Haitian government. The Haitian government, there's more and more news stories. I just reported last week. We had several MPs providing plows and providing tools in addition to seeds to farmers of their districts. Right, certainly not enough, for certainly a fraction of what they should be providing, but they're providing it. Right, and so hats off to that, and we certainly hope to see more of those stories. But we have a long ways to go to be in a spot where Haiti needs to be self-sustainable, right, in terms of its food sources. Right. Let's see what folks are saying here in the chats. We got a lot of traffic happening. So, side note: the podcast show with Haitian American Antoine working at progressive nonprofit is an alternative to those uncertain about doing business in Haiti. And so that's one reason why, because I've been pretty. If folks have watched my content for a while, they'll see that I really don't feature a lot of not-for-profits and educational initiatives and all these different initiatives. Okay, so folks on Instagram right now, Instagram is capped at 1 hour, and so the stream is about to end right now. Okay, so make sure you rejoin. I'm about to boot it right back up. Okay, and so those who are in watching, make sure to come back. Okay, and let me take a look at some comments. See if folks have put anything in. We had Melinda asking, is there money donated to handle properly doing it right? Short answer is no. All right, so that is done there. Let me read. View your live. Oh wow, they've changed this. Now it's on IGTV now. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. They've changed it up. It's very annoying. They've changed it up. IG needs to let folks go 2-3 hours, man. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. C'est pas sérieux. All right. Boom. Firing the live back up on IG. Boom. We're back live on IG. Let folks come back in. Let me go and recreate my pin. I guess I'll copy and paste it just in case I don't think we'll go 3 hours today, but got folks piling back in. What's up, folks? Y'all bear with me here. In YouTube and Facebook land, IG is a pain in the balls. Oh, excuse my French. Right? In fact, it only goes 1 hour and then deletes everything after reset up everything. But don't worry, next time I'll have this already pre-copied and pasted, and for a quicker boot up next time. Week 8. Typing up my pin, guys. Economic updates. Boom. And Coulthard Motors. All right. Set up. Copy that. Boom. Set that. Pin that comment. All right. We're back in business on IG. Okay. All right. And I think someone had said something there. I didn't catch that last comment on IG, but feel free to retype it if I didn't answer your question yet. So as I was saying, so my content has been very focused on the business side, because at the end of the day, that's really my honest belief. Haiti, and that comes from me being an economist, me just using just what I see. I see Haiti as a place that's been proliferated by non-for-profits, NGOs, for decades, and you just fly in within the first few minutes and you see there hasn't been any change, hasn't been any increase in wealth creation and productivity. And so my firm belief, and it remains that way, is that Haiti's only real path forward is through business. That's why I focus, change makers and innovators of that in that space. But honestly, that's not fair, because Haiti has so many problems on so many fronts. There needs to be a place where we can talk about where folks who are doing other things, again, because business isn't for everybody. It's not. It really isn't. Trust me. Especially in business isn't for everybody in Haiti. There's other things folks can do to engage and still help and still drive that progress forward. Even though I still do hope and do want to encourage more business people to actually engage and be successful. Right. And so that's what the podcast has allowed me to do. It's allowed me to bring in folks from different backgrounds, and they can just talk about what they do while my media, my other media will still be focused on on my personal beliefs. My on locations, we're still going to be focused on going to businesses, going to touristic areas, going to producers, going to manufacturers, going to people who are exporting, right? So those are always going to get the Cadillac treatment because what they're doing is so appreciated and so needed. Right. But the podcast is certainly a place where it's a much more holistic place where I really want a diversity. Right. Diversity is really important for me, because the podcast is about showing that, no matter what background you're from, Haiti has a place for you, and Haiti has a way you can succeed in it and a way you can be comfortable in it. Right. Despite what you're seeing. And that's what the podcast is there for. And that's why we're going to keep doing it on the podcast. And so folks who really want to see a diversity in presentation, and me being that presenter, that's what the podcast is there for. And eventually too, by the way, once we can get back in Haiti, the podcast will be done physically too. I really wanted, when I say physically, you'll be able to see myself, Marc-Antoine, and even the other person who we're speaking with. We're going to be in a room talking, just like you usually see other podcasters do. And then we'll create the actual audio That's going to go on Spotify. It's going to go on Apple Podcasts. So that's the direction the podcast is going to go. But for now, given what's going on with COVID, everything's on remote. It's just audio. Okay. So just a FYI. And thanks, Watmini, for bringing that up. Regina says the number of U.S. Department of Agriculture has been tied to the bumpers agreement, even though Haiti should be clearly exempt, right? Pixar Gamer says stop receiving donations. Okay. Regina Barjon follows up, says the bumpers agreement, named after Senator Dale Bumpers, states that the U.S. cannot invest in programs or projects which represents an economic threat. Regina follows up, says, but that same bumpers agreement says that Haiti can be exempt. What Haiti needs are not only sweet potatoes, etc. Right? Let me keep going with what Regina's saying. Regina's saying some really good stuff here. Haiti needs to facilitate and eradicate all imports which can be produced locally, such as rice, poultry, sugar, maïs, cooking oils. Right? To note, rice, poultry, sugar represents nearly $1 billion a year in imports, and Haiti can produce these produces themselves to meet 100% of its national consumption needs. We should not focus on NGOs, not ever. Charity has never propelled any country out of poverty. The government of Haiti needs to do a better job and police and guide NGOs to lead them in a direction where they can constructively contribute to the economy. Example, one NGO which is a construction company in Haiti with 1,500 people, is a direct competitor to local construction companies, which don't benefit from the same tax advantages from tax-exempt NGOs. NGOs should serve to help build the economy and then gore the most part. I don't know what Regina's trying to say there. Work to put themselves out of business. So a big mouthful from Regina. But I think, Regina, I think folks who watched us long enough, you're saying what I'm saying. So I appreciate that added commentary, that analysis from Regina there. Great stuff. I agree with you. There's nothing I can't add to that. Ipi, that's it. Ipi, that's it. Community, right? I can't add to that. So thank you for that, Regina. Hans Jean. By the way, is there any crowdfunding companies located in Haiti for entrepreneurs in Haiti who need funding in exchange for shares, equity in their companies? I would think this would be helpful for our people. There's some. I know that there's one organization, one entity I'm looking at. I'm keeping an eye on. I can't necessarily recommend them just yet. They're brand new, and when it comes to Haiti, anything brand new needs to it takes time. Because no matter how, strong a business plan is, how attractive an idea is, the only thing that proves anything right in Haiti is time. Because over time, you'll see, if your plan or idea, and this is true for anything, okay, you may be trying to open up a restaurant, as popular as those are, or even a much more advanced sort of business. The only thing that's going to prove you right is time, right? Because again, you can have the best business plan, it can be actually reactive. The local economy can be very reactive and liking your product, but then pay lock, and then travel for advisory, and then COVID. These things hit you all at once. So no matter how good your business idea was, now you're out of business and your money's gone, right? So, and that's true for any business anywhere, right? So that's not unique to Haiti. But nonetheless, to answer your question, Hanjin, there is a website, Minvesti, who I'm keeping an eye on, run by Lovins Jed, who is basically just that. It's a GoFundMe, in effect, for entrepreneurs in Haiti, where you in Haitian diaspora can provide money to projects. And what's interesting is that they follow up. They will help that business even after they receive their funding to make sure they're actually doing what they need to be doing with that money. And then most importantly, providing financial statements to you and to the people who provided to make sure, so you can keep tabs on how things are going, how things are progressing, right, for that business. And if you want to continue to contribute in different ways, you can with that company. And so on paper, they're a fantastic organization, fantastic idea, right? And they've already started. They've had a couple businesses listed on their website. but I'm not just yet ready to formally talk about them, push them, but I do want to mention them in passing, because it's those sort of ideas that if it can endure, if honestly, I'll officially talk about them, even though I'm talking about them now, but officially talk about them as something you should put your money into after I've seen one success story. I haven't seen that yet, but once I see that one success story that they can clearly provide that, hey, here's a company that needed money, they've gotten money, and here's what they're doing. Once they have that, and I can potentially even show that and talk about that, I'll formally talk about them on the channel as an option for the Haitian diaspora, because we need something like that, and I really want to push something like that. But again, I haven't seen one yet that's been able to endure as of yet. But Manveste certainly is the nearest thing to that yet. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully they can endure, and I can start talking about them formally. Edwin William, next time you got to bring some Haitian patties for everybody here. All right, good to have you back in here. We got Peterson Theodore. Have land, need to build something on it? Question mark. Okay. Peterson Theodore says, see what made you so invested in Haiti? It's only few of us with the calling. All right. So I don't know what Peterson, if you're asking something, si Creole c'est langue ou met écrit dans Creole mon frère, m'ga lire sans problème, et pour assurer que nous bien comprendre ça vous voulez dire, OK? Parce que ma connaissance sur ça moi de moi c'est ou terrain est-ce que pour bâtir sur lui. I don't know if that was your question, but la gueule dans Creole man, la gueule pas intimider. Parce que mon blanc parle anglais ou censé gêner. La gueule man, la gueule. Okay. So James Lubin, I feel like Daniel Jean-Louis's book is good. Yep, absolutely. I don't recommend Daniel's book enough. Fantastic book, and it has a part 2 now. Self-sustainability to, from aid to trade, and then from trade to self-sustainability is his second book. That book I can't not recommend it enough. So certainly check that book out if you haven't seen it yet, read it yet. It really provides a guidebook for NGOs, how NGOs can do it the right way, so they're not competitors, not competing with the domestic market, but they're helping the domestic market. Right? We got William Calix saying, check out the Beehive. They're in Plateau Central. Caucasian man living in Hinch area would be a good guess. Okay, well, send me their contact info in there if you can, or maybe tag me on one of their posts. If they're on IG or something, tag me on their post so I can take a look at it. Sounds interesting. I think the bee honey industry is certainly an industry that's underutilized in Haiti. And honey is something that, again, is just about non-perishable. It can be exported across the world. Haitian honey has a very distinct taste. Oh, so tasty. Oh, man. When I go to Haiti, a lot of these places will sell them with the honeycomb. Ooh, I'm getting riled up just thinking about it, right? So certainly, honey is another area where I feel a lot of Haitian diaspora could potentially, if they have farmland in Haiti, think about seeing what they can do to invest and produce honey, right? And then export that out to the world, certainly. Alfred, hello. No, sans excuse. J'aime dire Edwin, Adèle, Suarita, faut porter pâté codé pour tout le monde. Pour tout le monde qui n'a channel là, okay? That's the punishment for being late. It'll be good to have you, right? What's your thoughts on drop shipping? I'm not a fan of drop shipping, only because, to be honest, it involves getting stuff from China and shipping them to Haiti, right? I think as a personal way to make money, it's great. If you want to take stuff to China and then drop ship them to America, more power to you. You should go that route. But when it comes to drop shipping and you're doing it to Haiti, I know, you know me, you know us here. We're about exports. We're about what we can take from Haiti and export it out. Now, there are certain business ideas in business sectors that the way, to me, they're okay, they're acceptable, is if you're getting stuff from China, but then you do some additional post-production and value addition in the country. What does that mean? Take a look at Aries de Rosier. Aries de Rosier did a partnership with Solar Bag. And what they did was, so Aries de Rosier, as you know, they take plastics from the street, little sachets. Those who know Cgenta, you've seen the episode, right? One of my most popular videos, in fact. It's pushing over 100,000 views or some crazy number right now, on Facebook in particular. They take these plastic satchels, they recycle them, they put them as material to put in their book bags. They've been doing this for a while now, right? Independently. So Solar Bag came along and they get these solar batteries, small little solar panels about this big, honestly, about this big. And then these batteries that are in bags. So before they were making them in China. But then what they decided to do was they brought the parts, the hard equipment from China. Okay. And then they worked with Aries de Rosier to create bags where, again, you have these solar components. They add them to these bags that are already being made in Haiti. And now they're selling them in Haiti. That's okay. Right. I'm A-okay. That's value added. And on top of that, you're producing jobs in Haiti. Right? Yeah, they're coming in. These pieces are coming in from China, but you're still producing jobs in Haiti, right? So something like that I'm okay with, right? But I'm not a fan of folks getting stuff wholesale from other countries and reselling them in Haiti. I'm not really ever going to advocate for that necessarily. If I bring that up, I'll bring that up and say, hey, think about doing a value addition somehow, right? And think about doing a value addition somehow to the product so you can create some jobs. Because at the end of the day, our big thing for everything we do is job creation, right? So good stuff, Ernest. Thanks for that question. Appreciate it. Right. Regina follows up, says, if I didn't read that already, we need to create appropriate liaisons between farmers and importers so as to facilitate better proliferation of local production. And our collective goal is to displace imports with local production. Regina Barjon is speaking my gospel this morning. I appreciate it, Regina. Thank you so much for adding that. Allow me to read it, and all those words that come out of my lips. I love it. Thank you. Certainly appreciate it. Edwin says, beef patties for everyone. That's what's up. Good stuff. I'm going to hold you to it. Nick Marwon follows up. All right, joining the patty crew. Yeah, you're late. So Steve Pierre says, you can drop ship using Haitian suppliers as a source. Drop shippers handle the marketing, advertising on behalf of the Haitian suppliers. The U.S. will probably reduce imports from China, creating opportunity for Latin American countries to fill the void, but the cultural difficulties make it difficult. Stephen Pierre, we're on the same page there finally. Steve, I totally agree with you, Stephen. Certainly, if I am to advocate for drop shipping, my advocation would be to do it in a way that you're using Haitian suppliers. But the tricky part is a lot of Haitian suppliers don't necessarily keep products on hand, right? And furthermore, a lot of suppliers aren't really flexible to make orders on command, right? Because one thing that makes drop shipping possible in China is that China doesn't really keep a lot of inventory, but they're able to produce quickly. Like, you get an order within like 24, 48 hours, they have created 50,000 units and they're on your way to ship to you. And that's what makes drop shipping, at least on the high level, doable. And so that's the trickiness with drop shipping in Haiti, is that the things that allow it to be most efficient and most able, and from a China to America perspective, is difficult to do in Haiti. But if you can get the right supplier and you get the right product, for example, we just mentioned honey, right? A drop shipping honey service or something, right? So you get these products that are non-perishable that these companies have been able to stockpile, right? Then you can just order as you need to order them. So you have to keep an inventory yourself. It's almost like a consignment situation. You buy them as you need them when you need them, right? And then you drop ship, as Stephen Pierre is saying. But yeah, I certainly agree with you, Stephen. If you can do it the right way, then that way I'm certainly for it. Richard S. says, is it difficult to get products from Haiti to the U.S.? It's not difficult. There's certain things you have to do from a regulatory standpoint. For example, if you're shipping food to Haiti, you have to take a FDA class and be certified. But there's nothing too onerous, nothing too, difficult about it. There's certain steps you have to research and make sure you follow. So when you bring your products in, they're not held, they're not destroyed, right? So certainly you do want to find what those processes are, because every product has its own processes. You're trying to bring food in, there's certain processes versus trying to bring other types of things in. So it's important to be able to find out what that is. And the way to do it is by going to if it's FDA, if it's a food product, going to FDA, right? Going to the U.S. Customs. There's a lot of different guides, a lot of different information that's available on those government bureaus. So it really depends on your product, right? All right. Stephen Pierre follows up: dropshipping and order inventory from Haitian suppliers in advance, store them in U.S. facilities. That sort of defeats the purpose of dropshipping, Stephen. The purpose of dropshipping is you don't hold inventory. That's the whole point of dropshipping. The whole dropshipping is you, the middleman, you get the money first, right? Somebody makes the order, and now with that same money, you keep a little piece of it as your profit, and you take that money and you give it to the supplier, and you get the product and you give it to the person who ordered it. That is the fundamental definition of the scheme that is drop shipping. That's why they say, hey, you don't need any capital or blah 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 blah, right? And so yeah, they can do that, but then you're not really drop shipping. You're a distributor. There's a difference, right? So we got to be very careful how we're defining and saying things, right? IG. I mean, I haven't been neglecting IG there. I'm sorry, IG. My bad. IG. We got some comments on IG. My bad. So we got C Corral 10 saying Louisiana rice producers just announced how much profit they were making from sales to Haiti. Okay, I'll take a look at that. I'm sure it's a lot of money, Madam Corral. I'm sure it's a lot of money. So I'll take a look at that and do a little Google search on that a little afterwards. We got Dub Camps 77. I've been trying to see if I could do something in my country. My family go into some political thing long ago and had to be exiled, but I would really like to buy some land, know a good place or some serious people I could work with to build this land. I do, but I would never tell you. The reason why is you don't do business in Haiti that way, where it sounds like you're away and you're abroad and you're kind of looking and feeling out stuff. Haiti doesn't work like that. And if you think Haiti works like that, you're going to become a statistic. You're going to become one of those people who talk so poorly about Haiti because you engage Haiti the wrong way. Here's how Haiti works. Okay, I want to be very clear. Haiti works one way and one way only. You dedicate time to get to know the culture, get to know the people, and get a degree of stability when it comes to how you're physically allocated in the country. And really, there's no shortcuts in Haiti. You have to physically go there. You have to go there constantly. And then when you finally do pull the trigger and do a business or do a venture, then you really have to be there, right? I don't care how close you are with a cousin, how close you are with a family member, if it's your son, if it's your brother, 95% of the time you will be effed over if you do business any other way other than you yourself being there physically, right? And so though I have contacts, I would never give them to you because you're doing it the wrong way, right? One of the first questions I ask anybody who comes to me and says, oh, I want to do business in Haiti, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. I ask them, hey, how long have you been going to Haiti? And if the response is, oh man, I've never been to Haiti. Yeah. My response immediately is go to Haiti, right? Just go as a tourist, go as a traveler, just re-engage naturally. That's the only way to maximize your chance of success because, Haiti is not a place where you can do things like that, right? The legal structure isn't there to protect you. And a lot of important infrastructure points don't exist. And so the only way you can assure things are done right is by you being there and by you putting in the processes, you putting in, the right infrastructure in place to make sure, because even myself, as I'm saying to you right now, my business is running like a well-oiled machine, right? Because I put process in place to where I can be anywhere in the world and I can still be managing my business affairs, right? I've done that, but I've done that over a course of 2 to 3 years, living there physically, right? And putting those structures in place, right? There's no shortcuts in Haiti. I'm sorry. I do promote Haiti, yeah, and I'll keep promoting Haiti as a place to do business, because the money can be made, the money exists, but you have to do it the right way, and there's no shortcuts, right? So Dub Camps, I appreciate you asking those questions, but again, if you're not in a position to start going back to Haiti and physically being engaged, don't waste your time. Keep your money in America, stay in America, and do your stuff, right? But so yeah, that's my response to you. Voyage en local. Okay, talking to Taste of Haiti. Cool. All right. Let's get back. Let's see. Philly Dom, interesting information. That's what we're here for. That's what we do. That's what we provide, right? I've been thought about exporting mangoes and coffee beans from Haiti to the U.S., but have no experience. Mangoes are particularly tricky to export because there is a mango cartel that exists in Haiti. And if you're not a part of the Association of Mango Exporters, you're not allowed to export mangoes, right? And now that sounds a little effed up in a way, but it's that way because actually mangoes have an expedited process of exportation into America, where the I believe it's the FDA, the USDA, the food auditor. I have to take a look. Let's just say FDA. They literally have certified inspectors who go to the facilities of these mango exporters, and before they even, because usually things get certified once they get to the U.S., right, and they get certified by customs there. But the relationship that the association has with Haitian mangoes is that the FDA actually has inspectors who certify them in Haiti. And so literally when they get to America, they just leave the port right away and go right to being sold, right? Which is really, really cool, right? And so you have to join this association. And I don't have any direct experience with this association, so I can't speak about my direct experience. But from everything I've heard from those who have tried, it's not easy. And that's as much as I can tell you. I can't tell you anything more than that. It's not easy, right? In the past few years, the association has decreased members and not increased members, right? So take it for what it is. I can't provide any more information than that, right? So I except to tell you, you probably should leave the mangoes alone. At least for exporting. You can get into mangoes, but you probably have to think about selling them domestically. As well as for coffee beans, there's a lot of companies that actually are very open to collaboration for coffee. For example, the company that makes Selecto is one, but the other one that makes Rebo coffee, exactly. Rebo is very open. In fact, I had the opportunity to connect with the owner a few times, and he's actually very open to collaboration with the diaspora and shipping out. And so you should look to Rebo Coffee as a potential partner if you want to, bring stuff export out, right? And also there's other smaller companies like Copa Coffee I've talked about a few times. Copa Coffee is another company that you want to look out. They produce coffee in Kenskoff. Young guys, Haitian millennials who are really doing some great stuff. So coffee is something that is much more, I certainly would advocate, has a much easier entry point in that function as a distributor. And if you're looking to actually get into it, it's not too hard, and you can work with these smaller companies. I mean, I know Rebo and Copa, they're always looking for farms. They're always looking for producers of coffee to buy from. Right. And so you can get yourself integrated a lot easier. And I haven't heard any difficulty or any associations that make things difficult for you to export out. So however you want to engage in the coffee industry, it's certainly easy. Okay. Cool. All right. So let me pause there. I haven't got into the news at all. You guys are giving me some great conversation today. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. I know I didn't talk at all last week because I was sick as a dog. So you guys are making up for it. I love it. I appreciate it. So let's go back to the news here, right? So Coulthard Motors, it's an exceptional company. It's an exceptional company. It's a auto manufacturer in Haiti. They're located, actually, their facility is located in the north of Haiti, near Ocap. It's founded by a fellow by the name of Jean-Paul Coutard. Excuse me. Right, run by a fellow by Jean-Paul Coutard. And he's been at it for a while, by the way. He's a guy who first came on the scene back in 2000, early 2010, 2012 or so is when he came out with his first model. His first model came out in 2012, but he's been at it for a while. He's been getting publicity, working. And of course, as always, if it was 2012 right now and you were to show me his car, and I'll be like, oh, this is cool, this is great, happy to see it, but I wouldn't be talking about it. Why? Because as I've told you, when it comes to Haiti and Haitian business, given the difficulty of doing business here, no matter how great the idea, it takes 2 to 3 years sometimes to see if a business is going to be able to endure, is to be able to pass the test of time. And if you can pass that test of time in Haiti, first off, respect you as an entrepreneur. First off. Second off, you've proven that your business concept can work. Coulthard Motors, again, has been around since 2012. Officially, as their first model came out, and they're still at it. They dropped a brand new model line this past week. It's a 30-seater diesel. It looks really nice. Again, if you haven't seen it, Coutard Motors. I'm going to type them in. The best way to really see what their products is on Facebook, actually. So if you type in Coutard Motors, they have a Facebook page, right? And you can go ahead and see. We can put that up on the screen here so you guys can see Coutard Motors, right? And you guys can see what they've done. So I'm so happy that they've continued to push. But here's the thing. They've been doing it. Jean-Paul Coutard, bless his heart, I want to tear up. He's been doing this self-funded. His money. He hasn't received any help from any Haitian bank. He hasn't received money from any Haitian investor. He hasn't received a penny from a Haitian diaspora, as much as Haitian diaspora like to talk about. I'm looking for businesses to invest. I'm looking for business support, enterprise support. He hasn't received a penny from any Haitian diaspora. Not that he hasn't been looking, right? Hasn't received a penny from any of the big families, right? As much as you have a guy right now running for president saying all the right things from one of the big families. I won't say his name. Right? Hasn't received a penny from that. Hasn't received a penny from the Haitian government. Right. In any real functioning country, when you have a domestic automaker, there's a reason why in America all the cop cars are Fords. There's a reason why in Germany all the cop cars are Mercedes. There's a reason why in France all the cop cars and all the public utility vehicles and all the utility vehicles used by the public administration, for example, in France, they're Renault. Right. There's a reason why in London, you have what is in London? What do the British have? I don't even know, but I'm sure whatever they have, they're using some local UK British brand for their administrative purposes, right? And so, how awesome would it be if the Haitian government would buy a few of these, Coulthard Motors vehicles from Coulthard himself to support his ventures and affairs? Right, and say, okay, this is the official Haitian bus line for Haiti, and buy a few orders. Now, the Coulthard Motors has produced 12 vehicles. When I say 12, actually 12 cars that have been sold and are in use right now, right, in 10 years, right? So sure, I say, yeah, Haiti has an automotive company. Yeah, fantastic. But as so much in Haiti, they're undercapitalized and undersupported by the people who should be supporting them, right? And that is us, right? Talking a little bit more about their bus. Again, it's a 30-seater diesel, right? And they have specific modifications for the Haitian market. What's interesting about them is they have filters. For example, their AC filters are thicker. Right? One thing about Haiti has some dusty roads, boy. Those who know. Haiti has some dusty roads. And one of the first things that usually goes from these imports that come in, the AC, right? One of the big things, there's a reason why if you're in an older car in Haiti driving around, you will, chances are your car may not have a function AC because the dust that exists in Haiti. I don't know if the dust particle is a little thicker. I don't know what it is, but it's a bane to cars in Haiti. And one of the things he guarantees is that your AC is going to function as long as you have a Coulthard motor car, because he's made those adjustments. The shocks are much more sturdier as well, because Haiti has some pretty rough roads. Though the roads have gotten a lot better between the big commute points, but still a lot of rough roads. He's made sizable investments in the suspension systems, and so this is what we need. Again, he employs countless of producers, architects. I mean, there's a few dozen people who work at Coulthard Motors, right? So he's doing some great work, and again, it makes me so happy to say we have a made in Haiti auto manufacturer. I mean, that is, it gives me a tremendous amount of pride to say that, and I hope it gives you a tremendous amount of pride. But let's not just sit on the laurels of, oh yay, we have a company, and then we just go on our day. First off, for everyone here, I challenge you to go to Coulthard Motors, share their most recent post about their car. About their minibus. Share it, because it's important for folks to know in your networks that Haiti does have a manufacturer of automobiles. We got to know that. Share it. And then secondly, because I've been approached by a few different people who actually want to get in transportation. And so if there is someone who does want to get in transportation, do consider partnering with Coulthard Motors and perhaps using one of their vehicles instead of importing one in, right? So that's food for thought. And again, hats off to Jean-Paul Coutard, and it warms my heart to share this story. And believe me, Coulthard Motors is on the list of places that will be highlighted once CGNT is able to get back in Haiti and start producing my media. Assuming I get in contact with Monsieur Coutard, but certainly a place I'll be working. I'll be working very hard to get in contact with Monsieur Coutard and see when we can set up a CGNT on location. We can highlight their trucks, and their minibuses, and I can get in there. I can show you guys. I'll be inside. All right, the ideas already come to me in rapid succession. So anyways, look out for that. The next news story has to do with electronic payments. Right? Electronic payments on a rise. Even though I already kind of talked about it previously, but Moncash has noted a significant uptick in use. Right, they were seeing about 1 to 1.2 million in active use before COVID. They're at 1.6 million active users now who do at least one transaction a year, which is one transaction per month, right? Which is fantastic. In addition, they've seen an increase. So the total value of transactions are about 72 million. They've seen about $72 million of U.S. transactions, just flowing in between the Moncash, from one guy to another. And so 72 million. So if you're to extrapolate that out over a year, that would be 11% of Haiti's GDP, right? Is being transacted by Moncash, which is really cool, really fantastic, right? And they have a network of 3,500 certified agents that folks can put money in, take money out. So really phenomenal stuff that Moncash is doing, and especially it's needed for safety perspective, because again, as you know, dealing with cash is very dangerous, and it's not only dangerous not because of COVID, which is true, but it's dangerous even for one of the most, I don't know if folks know this, one of the most vulnerable people in Haiti are tap drivers and moto drivers, right? Because people looking to make some quick money illegally, it's their targets. It's very easy to rob one of these guys because they have it's known they have cash on them because they're receiving and taking cash all the time, right? And so the fact that we're moving towards more electronic means, to me, that's much more safety, because if we could move to 100% electronic currency, it's hard to, give me your PIN, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, you see this? Yeah. Transfer this Moncash, star 56987. Yeah, man. Hurry up. Sticking somebody up. and force them to give you a money cash transfer is a lot harder to do versus, give me all your good, and they take the good and they run. You see the difference, right? And so certainly, it's something that needs to continue to proliferate. And as we mentioned recently, one thing that would help Moncash tremendously become a much more significant player and have significant active users would be if they were allowed to take money from the Haitian diaspora and in effect function as a transfer source. But as I mentioned, they are not allowed to. They don't have. There only certain types of businesses are allowed to do it. Currency exchanges are allowed to do it. They are not a currency exchange in that regard. And so legislation will need to change to allow them specifically to allow to do that. And so that hasn't happened yet. And in Haiti, we're still holding our breath on that. It's the same legislation that would allow Moncash to function electronically is the same reason why we don't see PayPal in Haiti. Okay, for those who are frustrated, who are like, man, why is there no PayPal? Why is there no PayPal? I want to use PayPal in Haiti, and PayPal would be a tremendous positive for a lot of young entrepreneurs looking to get their products out and receive payment. The same lack of legal framework that doesn't allow PayPal to be in Haiti is the same reason why Moncash cannot function as a transfer source for the Haitian diaspora. And one of the reasons why cryptocurrency is dead on arrival. Sorry. Okay. And so until that happens, we're not going to see Moncash really be able to expand much. But nonetheless, it's very important news to share and very important discussion point to have, right? So that's a good hump. We have one more news story to share, and then we're going to jump back into the final news story. And so let's take a look. IG says, should people buy their drive with Digicel money? People buy their drive. I don't understand what you're saying there. Voyage local. Ako si ko wala silang na. Sa kailan ko wala magawalan mo. On sell epingel mat coupon no. Ako sa coupon tut. Mercy Love says, hey, listen to your podcast on Spotify. Thank you. I appreciate that. I certainly appreciate you listening and definitely share it. If you like, whatever your favorite episode was, do make sure to share it. We got Ramtag from Israel. Hey, Israel, what is up, my Israeli friend? Good to see you. Happy to have you listening and watching. All right, appreciate you. All right. Okay, Moncash. So should people buy their Moncash with Digicel money, the drive? Actually, still not following your question there, Voyage Local. All right, let's go back to the chats here on Facebook and IG. Let's see. We have Fridge Javal saying, question, what challenges do you see in the U.S. entity would face in operating Haiti? First off, a foreign company cannot operate in Haiti. You have to be registered through an SA first and foremost, and you operate through your SA subsidiary in Haiti. So first off, be clear on that. Secondly, the same challenges you and I have, right? The same challenges. I don't want to repeat them, but the same challenges exist. And so for a company in Haiti from the U.S. to operate, they need a very strong footprint, presence, and understanding culturally of what it means to do business in Haiti, how to do business in Haiti. And there's no shortcuts. Usually these companies have to hire somebody who have a considerable amount of savvy, who understands not only American culture, but again, has a working proficiency of working at a high level in Haiti. And there's a lot of people that exist, by the way. It's not difficult to find people like that. But that's what they would need to be able to do, right? And there are a lot of reasons why a company from America would come to Haiti, right? Particularly to produce. The cost, the variable unit cost of production is very low, even though the setup cost can be actually very high. But there's ways to lower that setup cost by, for example, going into a free zone, right? There's a lot of complex industrial complexes that you can go that you actually can get a lot of big tax write-offs and a lot of infrastructure that you usually would have to spend if you weren't in an industrial zone, you can avoid, because a lot of these places already have warehouses in places that you can just rent out. And now the cost may be a little higher, but still, this overall savings you get overall certainly makes up for it. So, and again, it depends on what you're trying to do in Haiti to justify you relocating in Haiti. But yeah, I think I answered your question there, Fritz. Regina Barjon says there's 11 export companies, right? It's not easy. It's not easy because the investments are also significant. You're right. Stephen agrees. Rebo Coffee is the best. Electronic payments are African countries. Haiti could be the first country, and it could be to replicate that. Electronic payments are not feasible. I think I've skipped it. Okay, not feasible. Wait, I think I passed. I went down too far. Okay, not feasible without blockchain and currency. Otherwise, settling becomes too slow. The speed of currency, the legacy infrastructure is too slow to keep up with it. Legal, financial infrastructure. I don't know what you're talking about, Stephen Pierre, because Moncash is functioning just fine. It's underutilized, if anything, right? I think the problem, the question you have to ask yourself, Stephen, is why is Moncash so underutilized? And when you go down that train of research, and not just being online, but actually going to Haiti and speaking to people and speaking to Moncash representatives themselves, they'll tell you the reality of where electronic payments need to go. But the fundamental part of that denominator, right, is culturally. Culturally, Haitians prefer money. You can't change the culture, right? Unless it's forced upon them by a government, and the Haitian state is too weak to be able to do something like that. You'd have to change the culture, right? And even with COVID, there's a slight improvement and uptick in electronic payments. The culture of Haitians, you try to talk to them about cryptocurrency, they'll look at you. Even if you could do it, the legal framework it doesn't. Even if you overnight you could, Haitians will still look at you like, what? Ça blonzi? Is that blonzi là? Right? So I guess that's where I'll leave it. James Lubin, what does the government have to gain by not allowing international transfers on these apps, and what they have not gotten? That's that. I love that question, James. That's the $1 million question, right? What are they gaining by leaving the system the way it is? I can't answer it. I can't answer that, right? I mean, I have extrapolations, right? I have thoughts, but this show is not about my opinions per se. Most opinions I provide are substantiated, but with something I can't substantiate that through anything of substance. But I can tell you that that has been the understanding when I speak to people. When I speak with people who are very knowledgeable about the financial sector in Haiti, the reason why there has been any progress is it's been because the people involved who would pass to the station, the first question they ask is, what is in it for us, right? And there isn't, right? And the current players in the game have been very good at keeping the game the way it is, right? They've networked the right way. They've provided funding to campaigns the right way. And I'm putting the blame on them necessarily. I'm putting the blame really on the politicians who are currently in the position to pass legislation to modernize the Haitian financial economy. But they haven't, right? Usually because honestly, a lot of these guys have no idea what electronic payments are. A lot of these guys, themselves function in cash. A lot of these guys, aren't educated. A lot of these guys, there's a lot of senators and deputies who haven't even finished school. I'll be honest with you. There's senators and deputies who held office this past term who couldn't even read. And I'm not even being facetious. I'm not even being vicious. I'm not going out my way to make it seem I'm particularly biased. This is fact and reality. We have people who have been elected in the Haitian government who can't read. People aren't gonna like me. I gotta be careful. Right, but so you can't ask people who can't read to then start thinking about electronic payments, cryptocurrency. They'll look at you like Sablanzi, right? So, James, it's a very complicated question. I can't answer it completely, but just know the people who need to make it happen just don't see the incentive to make it happen. It's just that simple, right? I mean, just to put things in context, the last time we had to pass legislation to modernize the Haitian financial system, it was under Obama, and the American government passed legislation themselves to modernize their anti-money laundering processes, and that everyone around the world who does business with America needed to upgrade themselves and get on board. Otherwise, they'd be cut off from the American banking system, right? And literally, I kid you not, this is something, they were very proactive, by the way. They didn't just pass this law and said, hey, man, you guys need to. They've been very proactive with getting other countries to make sure they either had the laws already or modified their regulatory compliance to be able to make sure they still had access to the American banking system. Haiti, as much as remittances are important, imagine being in a world today where you cannot transfer money to your family, because literally that was what's on the line here. What was on the line, and I have to take a look at what year this was, man. It was under Obama. That if the Haitian government did not pass legislation, Haiti would be inaccessible to any financial institution. There was a deadline, by the way. The legislators, this is the deputies and the senators, were too busy arguing with each other to pass any laws. They had to go to an emergency session, right? And I believe Martley was who was in charge at the time. Martley had to literally hold the hand of legislators. The U.S. government had to put their maximum pression, right, through their embassy and saying, hey, guys, you guys understand that if you guys don't pass legislation, you will not have access to the world banking system. And they passed the deadline, by the way. It took an emergency session, and these guys are running around. I was just watching this like, is this real life? And these guys are literally running around with their heads cut off, still petty bickering as they always do, about a bunch of nonsense that doesn't happen. And it wasn't until past the final hour, that they passed the legislation to get on board with the anti-money laundering practices that would allow Haiti to remain connected to the world banking system. This is what we're talking about here. This is what we're talking about. We're talking. We have to be very real when we're talking about cryptocurrency and these electronic stuff and all this stuff that sounds great on paper, but the reality is you're working within a context of Haitian politicians who wouldn't know how to properly govern if it was forced upon them by force. And the last time they've had to produce a modern bill to get in compliance with the world, first off, they didn't do it. They passed the deadline, and it was through an emergency session that they finally got it through. When I say the American government got the Haitian government to do what they needed to do. Okay. Okay. Thanks for that question, James. Terry Daniel says, this question is related to the agriculture issues in Haiti. Do you know if Haiti has this desalination plant? The way when the country encounters long drought, you could always use clean filtered water. Great question, Daniel. Daniel asks if does Haiti have a desalination plant? Haiti does, actually. In Anzegale, there's a company by the name of Give Power. And they, in fact, that's one of the things I was going to highlight. One of the things that got shut down because of COVID. Me and my immediate team was going to go to Anzegale on Île Gonave and highlight the work they're doing. And so, we'll try to get that done when the country opens back up. But they literally are taking desalinated water. And what's really cool, Give Power, they're a subsidiary of, and I've talked about them in episodes before. They're a subsidiary of Solar City. Solar City, as you know, is the company that Tesla bought. So Elon Musk bought Solar City. Solar City created a not-for-profit arm of their business to create these sort of initiative projects. And they've done stuff in Kenya, and actually they already did a project in Guanaive, but this was for electricity. Like they did solar panel electricity distribution in Guanaive, and that's already functioning, right? So the second project Give Power was doing was actually in Ilaguanav, and they basically, that's just like Terry said, you know, they literally taking water from the ocean, taking out the salt and selling the water, right? In big old gallons to the local population. And anyone who knows anything about Anzigale and Ilaguanav in general, they suffer tremendously from water, the lack of water. Like literally right now or before this desalination plant, they were exclusively bringing their water from the mainland of Haiti to the island, which is problematic, very dangerous. And so this is, and they can produce somewhere around, I have to take a look at my notes, but hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of gallons of water per day is what that can produce. So it does exist. And in fact, I'm aware Give Power is looking to expand their operations. They're looking to produce more desalination plants across Haiti. In fact, they're I think, you know, if it wasn't for COVID, they'd already be in construction of their second plant. So Terry, take a look at Give Power, GIV Power, one word. They're doing some great work. You can find out what they're doing again. And what's cool, and by the way, what's really cool about them is they use solar energy, right? They literally have these massive solar panels and they store their batteries in Tesla batteries. How cool is that? So technically, Tesla is in Haiti. For those who are curious to know, Tesla is in Haiti in a way. They use Tesla batteries to store the energy and use solar panels, and that energy is used to then desalinate the water. So it's a totally green production cycle. So pretty cool. Terry, thanks for asking that question. I'm going to take a look at Give Power. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. So world is moving to electronic payments to coincide with 5G development. If it doesn't adopt cryptocurrency, cannot support mobile payments. Okay. Adele Alfred definitely saw it. Okay, for sure. Steven is continuing with Moncash. Introduce me to Moncash reps. I don't have any specific Moncash reps. But next time you're in Haiti, Steven, like if you go to the Digicel's main office, you can literally ask for a Moncash, the commercial. They have a commercial business developer, and they're pretty accessible. And just present yourself as someone looking to work with Moncash to help them expand, and you'll get access to their head of business development. And then from there, you know, depending on the conversation, you can go from there, right? But I don't have a direct contact. I just know it's not that hard to get a hold of a Moncash business rep, right? So Herb Fandal, congrats, nice show. First time seeing you, Herb. Hope to see you again. Ernest Nicole de la Secante. France Idor Duran says Haiti's interpretation and translation service is washing. Okay. We're certainly happy to have you, France, and your company too. Makan Charlot, are you in Haiti, bro? Makan Charlot, I've appreciated your comments recently. Certainly appreciated. All right. But to answer your question, I was stuck 2 days before I was supposed to fly back to Haiti. The airport's closed. All right. So, all right. So I'm waiting for the airports to reopen so I can get back to Haiti. Okay. Stephen Pierre says there needs to be a way for Haitian citizens to circumvent the government. There is. I mean, not for, certain things, like the reason why you can't circumvent the government when it comes to electronic transfers is because of money laundering. Right. And it's not the Haitian government necessarily that makes it difficult. It's the American government that makes it difficult. Right. Because if you're transmitting like, hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is what cryptocurrency can potentially allow you to do, it becomes a money laundering situation. Right. And so it's the whole concept of CGNT and what we do is honestly how to do things with as little involvement with the Haitian government as possible, because the Haitian government is an inept, corrupt, putrid dish of crapola that stands in the way of Haiti's progress. Let's be very clear. Let's not miss words anymore. Let's be very clear. So, everything we do when we bring people on and we talk about what's going on and these folks who are doing business in the country, it's from the context of how were they able to succeed despite of the Haitian government that stands in their way, right? And so yes, and folks are doing it. Everyone you see who has a successful venture in Haiti, they've done it despite the government. Okay, so let's be clear. So, but when it comes to electronic payments, the problem isn't the Haitian government. It is in a way, but it's more the reason why you can't not go around them is because of the fact that there's anti-money laundering, and you just can't necessarily function without the proper legal framework in Haiti first that will allow you to function. Ooh, and IG just finished because we just crossed over the 2-hour mark in Haiti. All right, so let's go ahead and publish that. HBN live 2/5/17. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's fire up the live on IG. Back on live on IG. Bam. Nice and quick and easy. Easy peasy. Right? Lionel Pierre says, am I serious on it? So I think Lionel's probably reacting to something I said. Not sure what it was. Let's see. Stephen Pierre follows up, says these people can govern themselves. Blockchain will support that. Adele Alfred Mackendy lives in Haiti, but yep, there you go. Thanks for responding for me, Adele. Appreciate it. Jean Rosemay. Hey, man, Gene. Good to see you, brother. Happy to have you in here. Gene is someone who's Haitian American who's doing some great stuff. I knew Gene back. When did we know each other, Gene? Was it high school? I think it was high school, right? But now he's a shaker and mover up in DC. Behind the scenes sort of guy, but he's changing the world behind the scenes there. So really happy to have Gene here in the chat. I hope to see you again, Gene. And we should definitely reach out to me, man. We need to reconnect. Good to have you. Adele Alfred, correction, allow people to come back. Blockchain makes money. Allow Pierre, government officials worst. Okay. All right. So let's. Okay, yeah, that's the final news story. As folks coming back on IG, happy to have you back there. So that final news story has to do with the proliferation of gas stations, right? And so something I've noticed certainly, right, in Haiti, and since we're talking about money laundering, one thing that has continued to be constructed in Haiti has been gas stations. That's one thing I just commented as I'm driving around Haiti. Man, that's a new gas station. Oh, that's a new gas station. Like the only thing, if gas stations were the means to Haiti's economic recovery, we would have been a world economic power on the levels of Russia, United States, and China. If gas stations were the secret, because that's how many gas stations have been built and continue to be built in Haiti. Ayibobo Post came out with a very interesting article talking about this issue, and I was so happy to see that article because it substantiated a lot of things I didn't even know about. Right, I didn't even know about the gas station ecosystem. First off, being the fact that it isn't too expensive to make one, right? Assuming you have the land already, assuming the land's already yours. So not talking about the land price to buy the land. It can run you to build one out $300,000 to $400,000. That's it. Which on the scale of construction of a commercial entity that can make you basically lifelong money, that is incredibly cheap, right? And then it's pretty, hands-free. You build this, you have a little part where folks come in, buy some, soda and chips and stuff. But of course, you're getting money, you get a percentage of the gas that goes through, right? And what's really interesting too is that a lot of these gas companies, again, we have Sol, Go, Capital, DNC, in addition to the older companies of Total and National, they will actually, if not pay, because there's two parts for a gas station. There's the part you see above ground, and then there's a part below ground, right? There's the part below ground that's where the actual gas is held. They will, if not pay for the underground work to be done, but will give you a direct credit for the work that's done if you sign with them. And it's been very competitive recently with this, because Sol, SOLGO, Capital, even though Capital has kind of been there, but they've been aggressively growing. And additionally, DNC have all more or less brand new and are very aggressively trying to gain market share, right? And so they're very much, I guess you can say, very much subsidizing the construction of these gas stations. Now, gas stations are extremely dangerous for people's health. Now, one thing, we don't talk about this enough in America, but gas stations exude very dangerous, toxic chemicals that are very bad for your health, right? And so there's a reason why even in America, you won't necessarily find these anywhere. You'll find them on certain street corners, but to the left and to the right of most gas stations, right? They're in business plazas, right? But you won't find them in like in the middle of a residential community, right? You won't be. Well, there's zoning and stuff that doesn't allow that in the first place, but there's regulations involved with the construction and when you can construct because of these very serious health issues. In Haiti, only 5% of all gas stations are registered. Only 5%. There's an environmental assessment office within the Ministry of Environment in Haiti, right? Only 5% are registered. As we always say, to be clear, le problème Haïti, c'est pas qu'il y a sous-développé, nous avons des lois qui existent. 85% de lois nous besoin dans le pays existent, mais ils n'ont pas appliqué. Okay, say that in English. Haiti isn't where it is because we don't have the laws. To be honest with you, Haiti has 95% of all the laws it needs to be successful. As is. Haiti's constitution and our legal framework is very modern, to be quite honest with you. Is that none of them are actually enforced, right? None of them are actually followed up on. None of the investments needed to be able to enforce them, right? And so again, only 5%. I mean, the Minister of Environment doesn't even know how many gas stations exist in Haiti. They have no clue. They're talking about right now, today, we need to do a survey to find out how many gas stations exist. I mean, that's where we are, right? We are in a place right now where they don't even know how many gas stations exist in the country today, much less in a place where they can regulate them and regulate the current construction growth of these gas stations, right? Now, some communes have gone as far as banning them, right? Some places have gone as far as banning them, but it's been unsuccessful. Why? You got to laugh at this one, guys. They've been unsuccessful because when they're told to stop construction because, hey, you didn't get the proper permits and all that, right? You know what they do? They say, okay, cool. We'll stop construction. And between the hours of 11 a.m. and 4 to 5 p.m., they're constructing because they know there's no regulatory body that's going to come out at night to stop them. I'm gonna let that soak in. Imagine you're building something that a commune has said you cannot build, but all you have to do is just construct at night because nobody, no police, nobody's gonna come and give you any pression. And then once you're open, right? The illegal. I'm my words up. The illegalness, voila, the illegalness is related to constructing it. But once it's open, right? And that's how a lot of these companies, a lot of these gas stations are getting around certain communes' directives to stop, right? And as always, right? Whenever you're seeing something funny happening in Haiti, you don't have to go too far to see a politician being somewhere involved. Most recently, this is the article, this Ibobo post that starts. Again, that's the only reason I can talk about it. I only talk about things that have been substantiated here. We're a substantiation zone. There was one specific anecdotal example of a gas station being built. And I know which gas station they're talking about, by the way. It was one of the first ones I noticed, saying, oh, this came out of nowhere. It's like, what the? It's not even, to me, in a place that should have a gas station. It's at the very bottom of a hill, right? So water comes in and it just doesn't seem safe. And across the street and behind it are homes. So there's people living in proximity. Like literally, I'm just imagining, I always see the worst case scenario. I've seen Final Destination too many times. I just imagine this thing blew up, right? How much death and mayhem and chaos this gas station would cause, because it's within a residential zone. Okay, so Delma Soissant, anyone who knows Haiti, right? Delma Soissant, that's the same road that takes you through, I think Mav has a Minister of Haitian Affairs, étrangers living abroad, blah, blah, blah. They're on that same street, right there. So this gas station, actually, same thing, but in the municipality of Delma said, hey, stop. You can't be building here. They built at night, constructed the gas station at night, opened it. Now it's operating, by the way. You can get gas right now if you want from it, right? And then when they did some research to find out who the owner is, first off, it's a very hard thing to do, to find who the owner is of these things. But, Ibobo Post, top tier, rare news organization in Haiti that's doing real journalism, was able to find that the owner of this gas station was actually a fellow by the name of Jean Wilson Hippolyte, a deputy from Léogâne. Léogâne, for those who don't know, it's not in Delma. It's not a Port-au-Prince. Léogâne is it's out, right? You have to pass Carrefour, and then you start driving out, and you leave the city for another maybe 30 minutes or something. Like, oh, is it 30 minutes? Yeah, let's say 30 minutes or so. And then you're in Léogâne. So it's outside the city. So we have a deputy who doesn't necessarily even have jurisdiction in Delma, right? But he's able to use his capacity as a deputy to build gas stations, right? And that's one of the things, by the way, you need to be able to build a gas station, because you need to be able to get around the regulators, right? And usually access that a deputy has, they're able to provide. They're able to get that degree of hip-hoppity-scoppity of missing regulation and laws very easy, right? So that's where we're at with this story, right? We have a proliferation of gas stations. And when you look at the economic impact of gas stations, okay, they employ, and by the way, when you see, by the way, Haiti, for those who don't know, Haiti is a country that you're not allowed to pump your own gas. If anyone from New Jersey here knows about that. That's one nice thing about Haiti. Haiti is that you never have to pump your own gas. That's kind of cool. But these gas attendants, how much they make per month? At most, they make is about 3,000 to 4,000 goud a month, and that is, in today's currency, that's about $38 a month in today's currency exchange rate. They're not moving that exchange rate at all for these people at all, right? In today's currency, they're going to pay $30-40, and supposedly they get maybe a very small 0.5% or something of the amount of money they transact. That comes to them. They keep maybe 0.5%. So maybe they're coming home with, at the end of the day, if they do a lot of volume, maybe another 1,000 goud, maybe another 2,000 goud. So they're maybe coming home each month with 6,000 goud. And that's that is $58 or something, $55 a month, just to be clear. So in terms of employment, this is what the gas station attendants are making. The clerks, because there's inside every gas station, there's you can buy stuff and they'll scan it and you pay them. The clerks themselves also are making just about 6,000 to 7,000 goud per month, right? So in terms of paying jobs, they don't provide good paying jobs. They don't provide safe conditions for these people because they're working in these very unregulated, fume filled environments, right? These fumes are a lot of folks at the end of their careers report lung cancer and other ailments because of these environments, right? And again, you're not producing anything. You're just buying and selling, right? From the things that are inside the shop, from the gas off the ground, you're importing it in and you're reselling it, right? And the final layer of concern, of course, is the number one money laundering thing that exists around the world. For example, folks who have been following the big Brazilian scandal, Petrobras, the thing that got them caught and got everything going was the fact that they were using, this is Brazil now, they were using gas stations to funnel money, drug money, and etc. that eventually went to the hands of politicians, right? And that's why today, as we sit, the former president of Brazil is in jail, right? I mean, I'll tell you what, the day we get a politician in jail in Haiti, boy, I will talk very positively of Haiti, of the Haitian government in particular, right? But nonetheless, it was a massive, massive multi-billion, almost trillion, multi-billion dollar fraud scandal that affected almost every Latin American country, including DR, right? It was just massive in terms of amount of corruption through gas stations. That's just to give you an example, right? Just one clear example of just how clear connection it is between the capacity. Because again, most people pay cash, right? As we know, cash is the means of money laundering, right? And so there isn't much more news to add to that other than to say, give me an opportunity to talk about something I've noticed while living in Haiti. Just there is one thing that gets built and gets built constantly, consistently, without fail. You can be paid lock, construction keeps on going, and that is gas stations, right? I mean, challenge yourself next time you're in Haiti, count how many new gas stations you see, right? And there is no stoppage in sight. Gas stations are going to continue to grow and build. And by the way, it's unless you're a player, by the way, when I say player, unless you're connected, because again, the way to build a gas station in Haiti, you and I'm like, man, I would love to get in this game, man, right? If I'm being real, just facetious, right? But the thing is, you can't, because to be able to build a gas station in Haiti, you have to be able to get around the regulation. And the only way to get around the regulation is to be connected to the corrupt apparatus of Haitian government to the level that only a politician can be. Okay. That's a new story. That is a new story. All right. Let's see what folks are saying. All right. Let's see what folks are saying here. Shannon Mir, the government needs to complete an upheaval. Agreed. Regarding gas stations, Mr. Governor, swear there's a cover up. Every other corner there's a liquor store. What the F is up? Jay-Z lyrics. Right. Herb Fendel, Haiti besoin yon plan pour d'asseoir yo. Go home. I live in Montreal and every day I meet Haitien qui tap tan ki le yo qui ta entre la kayo. Meanwhile, there is money not spent in Haiti. Époque Matelia te gen an pile moun nan pays a, an pile retombé économique. I think that's true. I think March, they did have a very good campaign of Haiti's open for business. But great campaign, right? And there's a lot of optimism that fueled what Herb is saying. But was there any laws changed to make it easier for the Haitian diaspora? I mean, yes. He actually, I stand corrected. Under March, the dual citizenship actually became legal. Meaning, if your parents are Haitian, then you're Haitian, whether or not you were born there. And it is irrelevant whether or not you held a citizenship of another country. You didn't lose your nationality and the powers that your nationality had just because you held a citizenship of another country, which is very good. But unfortunately, the reality of that law that March Lee passed, the decree put in place. Okay, great. Here's the reality. But then there was supposed to be a follow-up legislation to say, okay, well, if you're in the diaspora, say you weren't born in Haiti, your parents were, there needs to be a process for you to actually get your legal paperwork, right? You, for example, hey, okay, so show your birth certificate. Say your birth certificate's in America, cool, right? Now your birth certificate's gonna have your parents on there, right? Your mom, your dad, right? Cool, all right, great. Now grab the birth certificate of your mom and dad, and they should have a Haitian birth certificate, right? Or at least be registered in the National Archive. That's where, if you're born, you're registered, right? And if so long that happens, then you yourself can be registered in the National Archive. By the way, National Archive, for those who don't know, you exist, right? When you're a National Archive, you exist per the Haitian state. You're something that exists. But there isn't a process legally. Well, there isn't an updated process. Sorry, there's processes that exist, but there isn't an updated legal process that exists to allow the Haitian diasporas to register in the country. I just want to be clear. A lot of folks have asked me that. And so, I mean, there's some archaic ways to do it. For example, if you know the president can decree you a U.S. citizen and put you in National Archive. Alternatively, you can get in contact with a judge, and a judge can then backdate your birth certificate if you had an actual Haitian birth certificate, and put you in the National Archive for the year, because the way Archive work, it's per year. You know, every year the book is closed, and then they open up a new book every year. And so someone can backdate and go into the year that you were born and actually put you in National Archive, and thus you exist per the Haitian state and have all the legal titles and capacity to function in the country as a legal citizen. And but again, that's very, very hazy. It's very, that's where the corruption comes in. So there isn't a fluid way for you to claim your citizenship. Lucky for me, I was born in Haiti. I left when I was 3. And lucky for me, my parents kept my birth certificate, and also did register my birth with the National Archives. And so I was able to get my extrait d'archive from the Haitian state. I'm sure I'm butchering the titles up a little bit there, and so I was able to, when I moved back to Haiti, I was able to very quickly get all my legal paperwork in order with no chicanery. So currently there is no way to get your legal paperwork without some chicanery, and I'll leave it at that, right? And so when I hear people saying, "Oh, things were granted in Motley," there's a real movement. Motley really didn't push any new laws to make it easier for the Haitian diaspora to do business, right? And that's what we need for there ever to be a real, genuine re-engagement of the Haitian diaspora. There needs to be a Haitian government that actually passes real laws to make it easier for the Haitian government to register in the country as a Haitian national, and then legal protections for them, unique legal protections just for them, honestly, to be able to function. And then certain laws like electronic payments, like allowing, laws that will allow PayPal to function in the country, things like that. There needs to be a comprehensive upheaval, like Shania Mill mentioned, to have Haiti get up to speed and really be open for business. And we're very, 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 very far away from that. Okay. I see some folks here in chat. Let me just say what's up to some folks. Good to see a lot of people coming in. And here we got Winnie Hugo. Good to see you, my dear. Good to have you. Yeah, a change maker. Winnie Hugo is a change maker doing good stuff. Winnie says, if you're in the diaspora, you can just go to one of the consulate Haitian embassy in DC to get your passport. This is the process to register and get your legal paperwork. Sometimes the people don't know it or don't have the right to legal guidance to do it. Thank you for that, Winnie. By the way, Winnie does have a point. You can get your passport rather easily. The U.S. The Haitian embassy in DC has been very exceptional. In fact, I know some people who have actually gotten their Haitian passports, who've never been to Haiti but have Haitian passports, just because of, again, their parents are Haitian nationals. But here's the question I ask you, Winnie. Okay, the question I ask you is, okay, you have your passport, cool, c'est bien. You fly to Haiti, right? Now, as I know, there's certain things you need to do. Ou besoin un certificat d'impôt, okay? to, say if you want to buy a car in Haiti, you need a certificate d'impôt, right? Say if you want to, say if you have a car and you want to transfer the title to your name, or somehow you already had a title to your name, for example, you need a certificate d'impôt. Now, to get it, to pay for your certificate d'impôt, what do you need, Winnie? You need your NIF. Yeah, you follow me? Now, to get your NIF, how do you get your NIF? Does the passport come with a NIF? I don't believe it does. I've seen passports. I've never seen NIFs on a Haitian passport. The only way to get a NIF is to have either a birth certificate or a extrait de national archive. How do you get an extrait de national archive? You have to have been born or been a citizen, and that's what I'm talking about. There isn't a legal way for Haitian diaspora to get that level of legal paperwork to function in the country. It doesn't exist. There isn't a process for it legally. Right now, maybe I'm wrong, Winnie, and I hope you can enlighten me. Okay, Winnie just responded. When somebody is born, parents Haitian, you have to declare to the consulate, and from there you can go to the process. You can from there you can go to the process to the extrait d'archive. Winnie, do you know anybody who's done this successfully? That's my question. Have you know anyone who is a diaspora, never born in somewhere else, and actually did that, right? Because what you're saying, that process of extrait d'archive, it's still usually, as I understand it, it's someone who was actually born and had their paperwork registered in Haiti, and they can get a copy of it from the consulate. But I don't know of anyone who's actually was born abroad, okay, and we're able to follow those processes to get extrait. So you let me know, Winnie, if you personally know of someone like that. But thanks for those comments, and Winnie does bring a great point. At the very least, anybody can get a passport. Anybody can get a Haitian passport, but there's a lot of other legal paperwork that you need to function in the country that I'm not aware that of any way of a Haitian diaspora to legally get it. Okay, but I'll wait for Winnie to follow up. Haiti needs a cleansing from these filthy and disgraceful government officials. I don't disagree. Veronica Vincent, why no self-gas in Haiti? It's the same reason why there isn't any self-gas in New Jersey. There's just, they want, there's an idea that, it would take away jobs, right? And self-pumping stations provide jobs to people who pump the gas. And that's why initially in America, all across America for a long time, all gas was indeed pumped by someone, because the argument was for jobs. But eventually they faded away. Health arguments was one reason, and it faded away, and it's just not a thing, except for, I think, Oregon, actually, just a year ago, actually, it was a big to do, actually, because Oregon was one of the only two states that still demanded you not pump your own gas, and then they changed the law. And of course, it was a big problem. A lot of people weren't very happy about it, but still, I think New Jersey remains still one of the only states that pumps their own gas. That's the short of it. They just this idea. It's a job creator, even though it's poor quality, very unhealthy jobs. But if trust me, I'd certainly be for letting that requirement go, just because of the health effects. So 4,000 good isn't worth lung cancer, amongst other cancerous diseases. Sorry. So there's definitely a short of gas in Haiti. Birth certificates can be blockchain, Jean, Dorleen. They're mostly built in the capital, so most people outside Port-au-Prince have to travel some distance to get gas. Yeah. No, there's plenty of gas stations in the provinces. Right. I mean, you have to travel sometimes a good clip, but there's enough. You made it sound as if there's only gas stations in the capital. That's not a fair statement. Herbal Fandal says a Caribbean country, first income is tourism. Most of them. Hans Jean, I was born in Haiti. Received my birth certificate from the Haitian Embassy in New York, 2015. I was born in Haiti. Okay, receive my birth certificate from the Haitian embassy. Yeah, Hanjin. I mean, Hanjin just validates what I'm saying. Like, if you're born in Haiti already, then the consulate can help you get your birth certificate and your extrait d'archive. But if you're not born in Haiti already, I have never heard a story of someone getting one, from the embassy. You can get a passport, cool, but the passport doesn't mean much in terms of being able to function in the country, right? Legally function in the country and do things that you need to do. You just can't show your passport. Hey, no, you have to show your NIF, and then you have to. I already explained already. Those who were paying attention. So, Peterson Theodore says. Peter said someone has been following my discussions on C. Genti. For those who want much more of my opinionated doses from time to time, though I put my most opinionated stuff on my personal page, which I don't let anybody, just like anybody in, but on my page from time to time I do let my more opinionated stuff on, and I did a very recent post recently on C. Genti about some of that, the freeness of the Haitian government and how corrupt it is, and Peterson alluded to that conversation. So if you want to understand what Peterson Theodore is alluding to, make sure to go over to C. Genti Facebook page and take a look at one of my more recent posts in the comments. Very lively comment. And you can go and read up on that. You kind of have to get the full context of that. But Peterson, I see you. Adele Alfred, perhaps my final comment of the day. Adele says, these folks are straight savage with it. Folks who will do anything with no regard of the well-beings of the community, right? And that is where we are at, right? And to be clear, guys, I'm going to do my very best to pull back on showing my distaste for the Haitian government. I'm gonna do my best. And I don't want to be that. I think every place you go online when it comes to Haiti, I think it's very clear there's a very visceral distaste for the Haitian government. And of course, the longer you live in Haiti, the more you hate the Haitian government. The more you live outside of Haiti and you see things happen in Haiti, and the more you hate the Haitian government, because it's just hard for you to be either in or out the country and see what you're seeing, knowing what you could do in their place, right? And yet they're in their place and they're not doing it, right? And so you have this double anger of you being powerless and then simultaneously knowing they have the power, but they stand in the way of progress, right? And it's not everybody. There are a few saints in the Haitian government, and I've been fortunate to meet a few of these saints, and I've been able to transact, and the things I've been able to do legally in the country has been through that, right? So it's not everybody, okay, to be clear. But there's too much, and the progress where it is because of those. And so, I think before I go in that tangent, when he follows up, answered my question. I can't think of anyone right now, but I know they exist. It's the same way the process for foreigners have so the foreigners through their permis séjour, that's existed for decades, and it's had to exist, right? But this concept of someone who's a Haitian diaspora being able to function, it's a very new concept, unfortunately, in Haiti recently, especially since the 1987 Constitution made it so illegal, right? Basically made it thus that if you had a foreign citizenship, you're not Haitian, which is very problematic. I wish I was around when that Constitution was being founded. But in any case, so the permis séjour, just because that exists doesn't mean this exists. It's two different things, right? And I can tell you, Winnie, I hope you can find out, because I've talked to a lot of people. I've talked to immigration lawyers as well in Haiti, and it's made it very clear to me there isn't a legal process in place because there's been no legislation passed, right? And it should be a very easy thing to put in place, but it's never been put in place, right? But when you do reach out to me in DMs, let's keep the conversation going. Let me know what you find, okay? But thank you for your comments. Certainly appreciate it. Thank you for gracing your knowledge and capacity for a little bit of time. Certainly appreciate you, Winnie. And so I'm gonna, long story short, guys, I'm gonna do my best to be more positive, not be driven down the minutia of criticizing the Haitian government, because it's too easy. It's too easy, right? We're gonna stay in the lane that we've made here on CGNT. What is this lane? The lane is cool. We know what the Haitian government is. We know what they are. But we're gonna keep on trucking, and we're gonna keep the conversation in two places, really, talking with folks and showing folks who have persevered, and then sharing strategies and ideas, proven strategies that allows you to be successful in Haiti despite the Haitian government. That's where we're gonna stay, right? So this episode is a rare episode where you're able to see my full distaste. I think this is coming from the past few posts I've had on. So I had a private post and then a public post talking about this incredibleness of Haitian government. And then recently too, the Prime Minister Juth came out and it was talking himself, the Prime Minister, number 2 guy. He was talking about how Haitian state, the Haitian government entity doesn't exist. Politicians are the worst scum. The people who follow politicians and believe in them are even worse or scum. And on and on, just the same sort of stuff you and I would say in a barbershop, right? The Prime Minister is saying this, right? And not that he's wrong, he isn't. But the question is, what is he doing himself to change it, right? So it's one thing to know what it is, but again, but the fact that he's able to say it, and then we are able to say, what are you doing differently? That's what makes me doubly angry and frustrated with the Haitian government, is that there's people who know what it is, but who aren't trying to change it, right? And that's the frustration. That's the frustration for me. Okay. But again, nous bala pour ça. And frankly, par rapport à moi à Haïti, c'est un danger pour moi pour me parler. J'aime voulais parler chaque jour par rapport à Haïti mieux, c'est un danger. Let's be honest. So that's another reason why I'm gonna go back to holding my tongue to Haiti in the political apparatus, because frankly it's just not safe. Just to be honest, to be totally honest. Okay. Maybe one day, if I ever do leave Haiti, I'll maybe change my tune and talk a little more freely. Okay. But in any case, that's where we're at. Those who were here from the very beginning, I know a few of you were to the very end. I want to appreciate you guys. Hats off to you. I want to thank you for the incredible conversations we had. 2 hours and 30 minutes. We were on here. Oh my God, Jesus! Every day, every Sunday we get longer and longer. But that's great. That means we're having a lot of conversation here. I appreciate getting to know a lot of you guys as well through our conversations. I certainly appreciate it. Through maybe IG. At one point, we had somewhere pushing around 50 people watching at one time, which is incredible, right? So I certainly want to thank all of you guys who were able to do that. As always, the podcasts, we're dropping new episodes every week. I have a credible guest coming up this week, a woman who's been doing fantastic work in the agricultural production space. She's been working with farmers, and she's now has built a company that exports out. So this is someone who I featured previously on CGNT. In fact, I love what she's done so much. I've given her 2 episodes. I spread her episode out to 2 episodes. So those who know, right? But she's going to be on the podcast because I really want to add her perspective officially on that media stream. So again, make sure you're following on Spotify and all that. You're subscribed if you ran into this stream for the first time today. Make sure you subscribe. And follow and like, right? Because we're doing this every Sunday at 11, right? And again, I think we had a great conversation. I appreciate you guys, right? And listen, as always, we'll be back at it again when we're back at it again. Peace.